Alright, we're watching stream. Hopefully it doesn't crash like 3 times, like it did yesterday.
Like it did last time, where every 30 seconds it crashed.
Yeah.
Right whenever you say that, it just crashes.
Shut up.
It's gonna be fun.
Alright, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sciencecast.
You fucked it up. You already did.
It's
already ruined. It's already ruined.
Already ruined. Cancel stream. We're done.
Shit.
End of YouTube channel.
God damn the Jews.
That's perfectly true. So, hey, what's going on? Izzy, Sony Sinus here, back in with the stream 2 of the Sciencecast. I'm joined by Dub and once again
Hi.
T-Star.
What up?
And special guest Rags. Yeah. Rags.
That's here. Hey, what's up? Hi, hello.
It's actually real, guys. It isn't just some fake.
It's soundboard, dude. It's all about the soundboard.
I'm just a big fan. I'm just a really big fan.
Okay, don't lie and get his ego up now. Like,
anyway. So, should we talk about stuff? Warning, this stream is going to be a little more controversial. We're going to get into some controversial topics, and also we're going to talk about any ideas in the chat. There probably won't be any chat, unfortunately. Anyways,
you might not want to show that.
I mean, it depends.
Depends. You gotta keep the chat.
Anyway, so
all my wonderful
some of the
ideas
best
about
things in the
Red Bull
universe have come from the YouTube chat.
yes, they have.
Yeah. Really good input.
You have to keep the chat up. They'll tell us.
I am the chat. Yeah.
And no, it's not the fact that we. Yeah, it's not the fact that we don't have a chat up. It's the fact that we don't have anybody in the chat.
That's fine. That's fine.
What should we already get?
Pretend they're there. Pretend they're there. Pretend they're there.
Anyway, so let's go jump into the first topic I think we should talk about. We're gonna go with the good old.
If you pick a horrible idea, I'm gonna hit you in the face. Like,
We're gonna end the stream here.
Oh my god.
So, what did you want to talk about? What is on your mind? What's happening?
So on my mind is the GPUs, the prices, and companies are actually helping gamers to get their hands on them. Lately, wow, that's a lot of background noise. Tub.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Tub.
Yeah.
Can you mute? There we go, buddy. Anyway, so Micro Center.
Thank God he's gone. I'm so glad you kicked him. I can't stand him. I can't believe it.
So
he's like crying himself to sleep right now.
He's a fuck tired. Anyway, but Micro Center recently had a deal. If you prove that you were buying it for gaming, they gave it for you at retail price. Their initial launch, like $599 for Titan, I think. Was the thing? Hold on, let me actually.
Well, man, I've kind of been out of the GPU loop. I should check that out. Let me go to GTX 1080 Ti if you're gonna go really high and see what they're kind of shopping around for. Let me see. Amazon, yeah, dude, they're at $2,000 on Amazon. That's crazy overpriced.
Yeah,
that's insane. Wow. Used and new from if you can get a used one for $1,200, it's just steal.
It's such a great deal, man. You can rip out my kidney for it, you know.
What if you went with the 10?
I actually tried to search this up on Amazon, and I got a workout supplement.
The 1070, it's okay priced right now, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the 1060 is kind of hovering around. It depends. Maybe if you're in the market for one, until this whole cryptocurrency fad kind of pitters away, I would say maybe just go on like Craigslist or something and buy a used one. Just go with someone and go and they get it to you for cheap. I mean, I used a used GPU for quite a long time when I had 980 Ti's, and it worked flawlessly. I didn't have any issues with it. And they don't have to worry about overhead. You can pay them straight up with cash, no shipping, no handling, just find somebody trying to get rid of one, and they'll pass the savings on to you, and then you buy it. It shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to buy one that's in good shape, because they last.
Yeah, right now, I know that I know a good option right now for budget people are the new APUs from AMD, which are proving to be pretty good value, honestly, because they're only about like $100 for those APUs with Vega graphics in there. They're proving to be...
I haven't even looked on APUs and stuff. Normally, that's just what they slap in consoles.
Wow. Okay, that was a little vulgar there. Okay.
I mean,
Well, I don't make the rules. I just report the news.
you didn't have to take shots at the consoles, but you know
Whoa,
what?
man. Nah, but this so like
That's all I got.
you recently AMD's actually delving into the APU market here, and they're actually released Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 3s with big integrated graphics. They're actually reporting high FPS, like similar to what my graphics card is, a 770, which isn't bad at all. Like that can get you by in esports titles.
770's esports ready is what you're saying?
That like I'm talking about the Vega integrated graphics on the APUs now.
Is it more or less esports ready than PUBG?
So the APUs have been reported to.
Okay.
They did to hit high 40s and above 60 FPS depending on what settings you're running, but on low settings it's been reported to hit over 60.
Oh, that's good. You want to hit that magic number. That's the big thing. It's weird
Exactly.
kind of looking back, and I'm like, 60? That's so low. Playing a game at 60.
Right.
What kind of peasant plays a game at 60?
Like shit on my PC. Thank you.
Disgusting.
But the Vega APUs for $100, like that's pretty good value. Honestly, you're gonna be able to play some moderately demanding games and have a good time with them. I think anyway. But if you spend like $200 and you go for a budget graphics card option, 1050 Ti is not bad.
Yeah, 1050 Ti is probably. I mean, nowadays I'd say don't go lower than that. I think on Steam the most popular card now is a 1060. It really just depends on what you think is best for your budget, how much you really care, what resolution you're aiming for. I'm obviously not a typical example of what most PCs are.
Yeah.
It's up to you. There's a lot of room to change and customize and do all that as you need to.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing about having a PC, and that's why I want to build one. Is you can just do whatever you want. You don't have to get like an Xbox or a PlayStation that's already built and you can't do anything with from there, like a laptop. You can just build your own and make it for your needs.
My needs.
Yeah.
How fast do I need this porn to load?
Like, if we're talking porn needs, I
like
need
now.
a computer.
Porn needs right now. It needs to get right now.
Like right now.
It's got to be right now.
Yes.
But
That's what happens with my roommates.
the typical PC nowadays is rocking a Core i5 or a Core i7 now. Any variant of those. The typical GPU is ranging from the I want to say the last recorded is 980s up to 1050. If that's the typically. Wait, no, I just messed that up. 980s to 1050 Ti's is currently sweet spot for budget right now. Any one of those cards is gonna be good, and with these new APUs from AMD, they're really kind of squashing the need for a budget graphics card. Like Because you overclock it, get a nice clock on it, and you basically have a decent GPU without having to buy one. Which, like, saying that though, you're not gonna exactly get as good a performance as if you bought a standalone graphics card. But a place like Micro Center and everything are doing deals where, like, improve your game, or you can get it for the retail price it originally came out for before the whole microcurrency mining currency. So this is Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Oh, I like those.
Yep, but aren't those just great?
They're very impressive.
Yep. So, like, it's currently just astronomical prices are, and Newegg's having deals to entice GPU purchases. Like, there was a deal I saw where it was like 1080 Ti, and you got a monitor free with it.
Well, that can be quite a bit. Monitors can be pricey depending on what kind you get.
Yeah, I think it was like a standard, like 60 hertz, 1080p monitor. Like, I think it was.
They throw it in for free. Yeah, that'll be all right.
Which it's
that
not.
will be a-okay. It doesn't need to be fancy. You could always make it better later on. Once you start getting to the really big ones and the G-Sync especially, and the really high hertz, it starts to get up there. You can get some good deals now and then, but man, it can start to get up there, absolutely. And the one that I have is G-Sync spoils you. It's really something that once you play with and you see, you just cannot go back. It absolutely does spoil you. It's like a whole nother world. It's kind of subtle, but I don't even know how to describe it. It's there. It is the elimination of screen tearing and the way that it aligns with everything. It's just all the stars are perfectly in a row when you're playing your games, and it's something you have to see with your naked eyes, something that you have to feel when you play. And it, like I said, it spoils you, and you can't go back. I can't go back. Sometimes if a game's running in like windowed mode and I could see that G-Sync's not on because I have it set to be full screen only, I'm like, oh, how did I ever do this for so long? Ugh.
So, basically, you have what I'm aiming for to eventually have. I've got the good old 60 hertz 1080p monitors. This is a subpar graphics card, and just getting by on low settings and just kind of, well, not low settings all the time, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't have the luxury of G-Sync, unfortunately. But you know,
yeah, it costs a little bit, not as much as it used to, but man, it is smooth.
Yeah, currently, I think ultra wides and high refresh rate monitors are actually becoming more affordable now. Like, there was the original the LG ultra wide. Hold on, let me actually look up the name of it, because I know it went down. Yeah, the LG ultra wides are going down. Once the G-Sync and other stuff like that, they dropped in price recently. Which is only a couple $100, but like, it's still a couple $100 off.
Hey, take it if you can get it.
Right?
Right. I mean, a couple $100 off is a couple bucks you don't gotta spend, you know.
I mean,
if you're working on a budget, it'd be much better to put that 200 to something else. I mean, that's a bump up in your GPU. That's all sorts of stuff. Doesn't even have to be PC related. I mean, that's what.
Look at some. It's months of Pornhub, man. Like, that's months of Pornhub for premium.
What does Pornhub Premium even get you?
I think you get like live cams or some shit. Like,
I don't give a shit about those.
I haven't looked into
like live cams and then exclusive videos that are like 10 times better. It's so much. It's actually worth it.
Oh, well,
Ask how I know.
I didn't. Pornhub isn't my go-to. I don't know anything about it. But hey, if it's worth it to you, you know, you gotta.
Nah.
I don't even know a good analogy for it.
But
I like how you're just like, I don't even, I can't.
it's great. But so the point to all this shenanigans is GPUs and other PC components and PC accessories are now coming down in price while GPUs are going up, and manufacturers and retailers are helping fight that with better deals, discounts. Some are selling at retail prices, and I honestly think this is a great thing because 90% of people can't even upgrade their GPU because don't have $1,000 to spend.
I don't know why you'd want to spend that much.
Exactly.
You don't need to spend $1,000 on. Like I said, there's plenty of places to get them. Just go ahead and buy them. Just buy them used from somebody. Save a lot of money. Get a fine card.
Yeah, like as a prime example here.
Yeah, but I live in the South, and there's nobody nerdy enough to buy one of those down here.
I live in Arkansas, and you just gotta look.
Yeah. Takes patience, man.
You can't be a puss.
Yeah.
Go get that GPU. Boy.
Wait, but especially with the price of PC components and other stuff like that, I've noticed a lot of the budget build channels and guides are starting to really take a toll. They're not able to come up with fresh builds anymore. I know Bitwit actually just did a budget build using the new AMD APUs with Vega graphics.
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not a tech guy, honestly.
Yeah, I'm a super huge mega nerd. I'm actually growing my own my own computer business. So.
Oh, good.
He's actually already running it.
Stone Corp. Check it out now. I link in the description.
I would offer you one piece of advice though.
Yeah.
One advice? That's a lot of advice.
Damn, bro.
Don't call it Stone Corp.
yeah. I didn't really think the name through yet. Like, it's not like a widely known, so I have all the time to change it before. So.
I would call it Stone Core.
Well, I'm gonna write that down somewhere.
Well, no, it's not pronounced corp.
I just call it Stone Corp because why not? Dude, that was my entire thought process to it. Was why not?
All right, sure, fine.
Like that?
It is your ship. You can steer it however you like.
Whether that be into the dock or out to sea.
Or into the
wind.
wind.
If it crashes, it's your fault.
Tub comes into the left field. Great.
Tub comes back just to roast you for like a second and then disappears again.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's what Tub does.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
We actually described Tub as a little U-Rags before. Like, I've said it because,
why is that?
You two both have the same kind of pattern here. You guys actually go into argument with facts, and you guys actually point out stupid shit with other arguments, and then you roast somebody for it. It's
kind of funny when Tub gets on a roll, honestly.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
I see.
You have a little blacker you.
Well, sure. All right.
Wow, the reaction.
Rags a little blacker. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be called a do-rag?
Oh my god.
Sure. It absolutely would.
Okay, so this just got off of computers and went down with racism.
Thanks, Wyatt. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I'm listening in.
Nothing racist about that. White people can wear do rags.
It's 2018, Rags. That's all I'm gonna say.
2018.
Yeah, it's all racist now.
Do rags are for everybody.
If you don't let a black man cut in line and stab you, it's racism if you don't let him.
You gotta have a fashion for passion. Passion for fashion. Something ghetto.
It's great.
Something ghetto.
Fashion for passion.
Alright, so does anyone have anything else to say about the tech jargon?
Oh no, no.
You mean all the things that I didn't say?
Yeah. You get some things to talk
It's
about?
always in the background.
No, maybe you
Bye again.
Yeah, maybe if Tub didn't have so much stuff in the background, he could have added to the conversation, but he
Probably.
So that's whatever. Why don't we talk about what got us into video games? I feel like that could be a very good topic.
Alright.
I wish I could be involved.
Tub, like, you go first. It's quiet right now in your background. Go.
Oh no, it's gonna get loud again. You guys just go.
Damn it. You know how.
He's got to play all that trap music.
We'll go with
trap music day?
Everybody talk at once. Okay.
The dick in the title makes it cuter.
Wait,
There's
what?
a dick in the title?
You said
I don't want to be affiliated anymore.
You said a trap music. So it took the dick makes it cuter joke. Just kind of made it into a title, I guess.
Wow. Anyways.
Anyway,
Bad
bad jokes aside, I think we're gonna go to T-Star with how in the hell did you get into video games?
What got me into video games? Probably whenever I was like 4, my mom had a Nintendo 64, and I used to play like Super Mario, Star Fox, that kind of stuff. Moved on to PlayStation 1, it just took off from there.
Well, that's really gay.
Oh yes, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Fox, bro. Star Fox.
Then what happened?
Yeah, it's a very short story.
Ha, rape. Anyways, no, can you turn that down? Thank you. Anyways, but I think the best thing that got me started with video games was whenever I got my first original Xbox and I got the original Halo. That was just like the best game to sit in the basement and just play. Get just everybody down in the basement all at once, just taking turns with Halo. That's probably like the best time ever.
So you were the one that created the stereotype gamers play in their basements.
You know what? I'll take it.
Jeez, bro.
You should have played something manly like Dungeons and Dragons.
It's
Okay, Okay, I'm a little bit of a redneck, so I can't go full nerd around my family.
Unfortunately.
I don't want to be kicked out of the family for being a nerd, so you know.
Well, they can try and kick you from their house, but what's your armor level?
My dad made me sleep outside.
What's your armor level? Oh shit.
Pretty sure you might be able to pull a saving throw on that one. It's like, oh, sorry, M&P, I rolled an 18. It's pretty impressive, and you rolled an 11, so it looks like I get to stay. So now it's my turn.
My mom would smack me so hard.
So if you guys don't mind, you freaking Dragon Lords, I'm going to tell everybody how I got into video games because I've never explained this on my channel or really to anybody.
I
was about to say, you never explained this to me.
Yeah, it's the first time for me. I had no idea.
So I was talking about, people watching the stream, channel, other people, So, anyway. I think I was around I want to
You
say.
don't know? Weren't you there?
No, I was not. I was looking into the
No,
window.
he was next to you, El Chapo.
The historical evidence seems to suggest.
The theoretical evidence suggests that I was probably 8. Well, actually, scratch that. When I was 6, I had a Game Boy, and I played Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow.
All of them?
Yeah, because my older sister Crystal at the time, she actually had the games already, so I was borrowing her games because I would sit there and watch her play for hours, until the thing died. And everybody remembers the good old double A's that you had to change.
Yeah, those
into
were
it.
shit. Using batteries is lame.
It really is though.
What's the difference between the red and blue
uh
versions of Pokemon? What was the difference?
they're the color palettes for one. Red was the very first Pokemon game released. Full of bugs and everything else. And Blue was the
Bug type Pokemon like Butterfree and Beedrill and Caterpie and Weevil.
and Blue was actually the one. Blue was kind of like that one that update to Red that like all the patches and everything else. It had a better color palette. It ran a little better. It didn't crash as often. The internal battery was a little better.
Wait, for like red and blue, like like the games would crash on Game
Yeah.
Boy? I didn't know. I didn't know that was an issue. Pokemon
It was.
crashing.
It was because Red had a lot of points of where like the game would stop loading. Like if you played it for too long, it would just run out of memory, and it would just crash the game, and it would freeze,
Blame.
and you'd have to turn it off.
You know, it's crazy when you look back at those games. One of my first game for the Game Boy that I got was Yellow version, and I remember you can go on like Imgur and online and places like that, and you can find where people basically just show you the whole map from the game, and it's crazy if you look at it all at once how tiny it is and how small it is.
Yeah,
How the world of Pokemon Red and Blue, because they space it out and you only get to play so much of it at a time, they make it feel like it's an adventure when really it's not all that much area that you're traversing. In fact, it's rather diminutive. It's rather small.
Mhm.
It's weird to see it displayed like that all at once, but it feels like you're on an adventure. It feels like you're on this journey, piece by piece, town by town, and the towns would have like 3 buildings in it. This is fine, fair enough, but I mean, it was a big deal getting to the next town and going through the next play.
yeah. I remember. First, every time I was actually able to play a Pokemon game was my sister actually didn't play Yellow at all, so she let me borrow it from her, and I was playing through Yellow, and I was so overjoyed when I got like Pikachu, because like at the time, like, every kid that ever got Yellow was like, "Yes, I get to have a Pikachu. I'm Ash. You go." And
now I'm like, fuck Pikachu, that
Right?
weak piece of shit.
like
Damn, another Pikachu. Fuck, I hate Pikachu.
you got to
Worthless.
Brock's gym, and you were just like, "Oh well, fuck."
It was like, here's your Pikachu. By the way, the first gym leader is gonna anally rape you.
And
So what you had to do is you had to get your hands on Butterfree, because it would learn Confusion, which was a psychic move, and it did lots of damage against the rock types. And
Yeah.
you would grind that Butterfree up in that bug forest.
spend
fucking
it's like
Caterpie
4 hours
massacre.
straight doing that.
Yeah, and the games are pretty shit, because it really is a grind fest. Is all you're doing. Use your heavy attack over and over until
Yeah.
you win.
Recently,
No, there's a complex strategy to it, Rag. He's like, fuck off. No, there's not. You just grind and grind against enemies to make your characters stronger.
yeah,
Like, don't give me that. Don't you give me that for one moment.
2016 they re-released Red, Blue, and Yellow for the 3DS on Virtual Console again. And I bought the games, right, because I wanted some nostalgia. I started playing. I was like, these games are shit.
Yeah, we look back at some of these games with rose-tinted glasses because we were kind of running on the nostalgia of how good we thought they were, and they were good at the time. You know, you give a little kid these games, and you don't have anything to compare it to. A lot of it has to do with what your references to stuff that we didn't have back then that we have now. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. And like when I was a kid, you know, and I was playing through Yellow version, it was the hardest thing ever, and it was just impossible. So like, I don't think I beat with the game until I was about 9. So 3 years later, I started playing at 6. I was 9 years old when I beat the game because I was actually intelligent then. Well, not intelligent, but smarter. So.
And I see that you went back down. But anyways.
So, went from there, and my dad had a PlayStation 2. He had it for years, and he gave it to me, and we would go over to Blockbuster, and
I remember going to those.
I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but
Oh my god, that's been ages.
Blockbuster had PlayStation 2 games that you could rent.
Well, I know they had games you could rent. A long time ago, they had an N64 station that was set up with Pokemon Snap on it.
Oh yeah,
Super Mario 64, and that was such a huge deal. It's like, I'm gonna go to Blockbuster, rent us a movie or two. It's like, I want to go, and I wouldn't look at the movies. Hell no, I'd go straight to
games,
that thing.
yeah.
I'd just play it. Yeah, because I couldn't have video games. My parents didn't let me have video games.
Irony.
It's like, so like, I remember I rented I got like the first games I played on PlayStation were the Spyro games. Spyro was a big part of why I love video games.
Yeah, I've only played one. It was Spyro Season of Ice on the Game Boy Advance.
You didn't live like if you didn't play it on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. They're actually remaking the Spyro games. I think they're gonna re-release them.
Are they really? Is it going to be PlayStation exclusive?
Look, if I want
That's the
a
rumor,
purple
at least.
dragon in my life, then I'll go to baddragon.com. All right.
I'm gonna act like
Yeah.
I never heard that.
People have been telling me I need to get a sponsorship from them, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, if they'll sponsor me, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I don't have any qualms with being sponsored by them. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Give the people what they want, I say.
Just right at the end of the video. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to buy your dildo,
use coupon code RAGS to get 10% off your next fake.
be known as that. Be known as that YouTuber that had a dildo sponsorship. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there though.
There's probably somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not the strangest thing that's ever been suggested for me. I'm not against it. Why not? Why not? If
It's money.
you like sticking dragon dicks up your bum, then man, I'm right there. I'm behind you all the way.
I'll even give you a coupon. That's, you know what? Don't say
Yeah,
that.
I'm behind you
Myself,
all the
but,
way.
you know, whatever.
Yeah, but so as I
They have like made up creatures though.
Yep.
Like, how do you know what a fucking griffin's dick looks like? It's like, you don't fucking know. You don't know. You're making that shit up. I see straight through that.
obviously
You're making that shit up. You don't know.
They're
You've
still
never
getting paid
seen
for it, so
one.
why should they care?
You've never seen one. What if they're real? What if they're not like that at all? What if they're not like that at
There's
all?
gonna be a horrible letdown.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a big ass recall.
What if they're all Amazonians?
What do you mean?
All the griffins. They're just all female.
How would they?
There's
Eggs?
actually like a.
Yeah, but how do you get
lesbian
the
lizard.
eggs?
Like I said, there's lesbian lizards out there. It's not unheard of.
Okay.
They call them lesbian lizards because the males of the species actually died out like what 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so that's not a model for success.
So
I'm just saying. I'm
That
not
is a
saying
failing
that's
business.
probably why they're still lizards.
so
Because
back to
Melissa says lizards.
Also, that doesn't make them lesbians.
I mean, they're females and they do other females. That's a lesbian thing.
it's fine.
How do they could I? You're assuming
saying
their
it's not a video.
genders. You're assuming their genders.
Gosh, Tyler.
They could identify as males.
And this is the reason I love the South because
And
nobody
then
says
there's just doing the lizard scissor.
the lizard.
They're a bunch of scissor lizards.
The scissor lizards.
A bunch of scissor lizards.
So we keep back to the topic.
I thought we were talking about lesbian lizards.
So-
Come on.
Enough about lesbian lizards.
So
Okay, so let's go back to the normal conversation about bad dragons.
Back to Griffin Dicks.
yeah, perfect. So anyway,
Oh God.
so I played Spyro, and then
I'm never gonna look at Spyro the same.
they went to Blockbuster and I got Iron Man 2.
Oh my God.
I played that to death, and then eventually my older brother moved in with us when I was 11. And he got an Xbox 360 when it came out, and he bought Halo 3.
Oh my God.
And I remember
Wait, ODST or regular
Halo 3. Halo 3.
All right.
So I remember walking into his room one day. Him and his friend Grayson were playing Halo 3 with a friend Addison. Addison was there.
Yes,
and,
Edison.
they were playing Halo 3 and asked him, "What's that?" And curious that they handed me a controller. I was playing split screen with them, and they absolutely wiped the floor with me. And yet I had like the most fun ever, and
your Halo skills haven't gotten any better.
And eventually I wanted my own Xbox 360, and for Christmas one year, me and my brother got the Xbox 360. We had to share. Well, it ended up being mine.
Really? Because you beat him up? Stole his lunch money?
No, I just kind of we played it all the time.
I mutilated him to couldn't.
So
There you go.
from there, it got
Made him suffer.
we were from there up until I was 14.
There you go.
14. I played the 360, and every summer it was a field day. We wake up, I was on Halo Reach or something. It was like me and my friends who
The
tried to
emotional roller
grind.
coaster that was Reach.
We like tried to grind it to Inheritor, and nobody ever reached it, so we would just like ask for it. Eventually, I went to Xbox One. And then from there, I actually started gaming on my mom's PC because I wanted to play the PC version of Dungeon Defenders. And Dungeon Defenders is actually what I started recording on my phone on my Xbox 360 for my first ever video on YouTube. There's a cringy playlist of that. So I started YouTube videos on that, and then I eventually upgraded to my mom's PC, and then I started doing videos over there and playing PC games. Played CS:GO in like 40 frames on low settings. I played like Dota and everything else, and eventually my friend actually. The PC that I'm on is my friend's old PC that he upgraded to a new one, and I was the only friend that didn't have a proper PC, and he gave it to me, and I've made upgrades to it, and since then I've took good care of it, and now I am where I am now, and I enjoy gaming every day. I play Xbox, I play PC, PlayStation, everything under the sun. I pick up my old Game Boy and play Mario again or something. So that's how I got into gaming, and that's
Well, my parents never let me have video games really. My first introduction to them, for the most part, sorry, was really only at friends' houses. The idea of going to a friend's house for a sleepover or whatever, where we would just stay up all night and play video games, that was like the pinnacle of bliss to me. Turned out I was really good at them, which definitely helps. But I was really good at them. I was always kind of competitive. Still, Belch. Still am.
I feel you there.
Still am.
But I'm very
And
competitive.
man, I look back and I think the first like video game I played seriously was it was like Halo. Might have been the one on the Xbox. Halo was the first video game I played. It was the first shooter I played. Man, that was what a crazy
Halo.
game. Looking back at Halo, I need to boot that up on my PC again and play it again. It was, man, takes you back. It still holds up. It really still does hold up after all this time. I would play games like Fable, the original one. You know the one.
Oh, that
wasn't
was
bad?
that was a good
Oh
one.
my god, yes.
I would play. There was some games on the computer that I got my hands on and played. My dad and the family, we had an old Mac, and
Oh,
you play some
God.
games on it. Tomb Raider Gold, Tomb Raider 2, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Played some N64 here and there. Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye. There was like a wrestling game. I forget the name of it. There was Star Fox.
Star Fox
Super
was
Mario
exciting.
Kart, Mario Kart 64. Of course, we
oh, yeah,
played the hell
classic.
out of that,
Oh yeah.
and some other games. Eventually, though, as the years went by, I eventually got a Game Boy, and some of those games I still fondly remember playing. Um, Maybe the one that stands out most to me was Sword of Mana, Game Boy Advance.
I don't
An
think I've ever heard that
excellent
game.
game. I love Sword of Mana. Got it for Christmas one year, and it was just a fantastic game. Love it. Had a great story too. Gosh, and I eventually got a 3DS. Played that a bit. I had to hide all this. I had to hide it from my parents, so I kind of sneak playing it
A
all the
3DS?
time. Yeah,
Damn,
3DS.
bro.
Yeah.
We future.
I eventually bought an Xbox 360, and I would play it when my parents weren't around when they
Right.
were off. What?
So you said a 3DS, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna point something out.
Wait, no. It was just a DS. It was just a DS. I have a 3DS. I have a 3DS now. I had just the DS when it first came out. Right.
Yeah, there you go.
So I have a 3DS XL. And
Oh my god,
played
those
that
are
a lot.
actually really nice to have.
And yeah, some of the games for it have been really good, really awesome.
Oh
They
yeah.
have.
But man, my aunt got a GameCube when I was really young, and we'd play that when the families got together and stuff like that. We'd play games like Battalion Wars and Animal Crossing. We would play all sorts of stuff. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles was up there. And it was kind of around that age that I was getting into more. I was kind of growing up. My friends, my best friend was a really big fan of Resident Evil 4, and that was like the first M-rated game I played. That was actually, like M-rated. So I played that, and it was like really scary for me at the time. I'd never played anything like it before, and I decided I'd go ahead and buy it. I bought it. I totally wasn't 18. GameStop didn't even check. So I was a bad motherfucker. And I bought
Wow,
Resident
bro.
Evil 4 for that GameCube, and I played it, and I beat it. And I think I ended up buying Resident Evil 4 for like 4 systems. I got it for GameCube. Then my brother got a Wii later on. Years later, he got
Oh
a
my
Wii.
God.
I bought it for Wii. I bought it for my Xbox 360, played it on there, and I played it on my PC. So I ended up buying the game 4 times. It is a masterpiece, and it still holds up. Still holds up to this day. What an amazing game, Resident Evil 4.
I haven't gotten a chance to play the first 4.
I haven't. It was the only one I played at the time. I played Resident Evil 5, which is okay for co-op, but it's not really a great game. It's fine. But it definitely is only good as a co-op game. And I played Resident Evil 7, which was really good. The first half of that game was spectacular.
Yeah, it was
Not
actually
perfect, but it was really good.
Yeah, I actually I played my friend bought it. He shared his Steam library with me, and I actually played through Resident Evil 7, and I really liked it. It was a nice like refresh for the series. I feel anyway.
Oh yeah, I was like, it spooked me. It really scared me. It was great setting, really nice intimate corridors. They were very small, constrained area. They did a good job at making you feel like ammunition was worth it, and that you wanted to play carefully. I love the feeling that it gave me. It kind of went to shit the further you went in. Once you
Yeah.
reach about the halfway point, you're like, okay, it's still okay. But I would highly recommend people try Resident Evil 7. It's a great game for the first half, and okay. I still think it's worth it if you're going to do it through multiple playthroughs. What else did I play? I eventually did get an Xbox 360. Snuck that when my parents weren't around. Played that quite a bit.
Didn't
So
you,
that was when I became like a hardcore gamer, I guess.
Didn't you save up money for it?
Well, yeah, I didn't steal it.
That was the dumbest question you've ever
Shut up. Shut up.
On the
Tyler.
streets, I sold like
did you
money.
pay for it with money? I was like, yeah. Did you acquire this money? He's like, yeah, I did. I acquired the money before I spent the money. Yeah.
I paid for it with my mouth.
I paid for it with my
Oh
money.
God.
But yeah, I played a bunch of games. Call of Duty 4 and Rainbow Six
Nice.
Vegas
COD
2 and played Modern Warfare 2. That game was shit, but I was young, so I didn't know any better. I played Mass Effects and the first two games because I got a deal. When I first bought it, it came with 2 games. Like, buy an Xbox this week, and it comes with 2 games that are priced $20 or less. And so I started off with a bang. The first 2 games that I bought for the Xbox 360 were BioShock and Mass Effect. And to this day, they are some of the greatest games I've ever played. BioShock is probably my second favorite game of all time, and Mass Effect it might be number 2, might be number 3. They're both up there. But man, I was just what amazing games. And then I got big into gaming. It became a big hobby of mine, and here I am. That worked out.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, it worked out in your favor for sure.
If it's a fraction quiet enough, maybe I can get into my thing.
Hey Tom, shut up.
Okay.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised he's even still here with the disrespect we've showed him. Like, hey Tom, you got noise in the background. Would you mind just shutting up real quick?
Well, I mean, like, I'm not trying to like sack the whole stream to listen to background noise.
Oh yeah.
A brawl is surely brewing.
What's that from? I've heard that.
How about that?
Cuphead.
Next topic.
Oh, Cuphead, yeah. So,
God.
What is on the mind? What's in your brain this moment?
Honestly, I just wish you were talking so I could talk about Tub.
I mean, that was great.
Be a little less gay, Tub, please.
I mean, like, hey Tyler, you can't be telling him to do that. It's 2018.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, no.
show some respect.
Okay, so what is everybody's opinion? This has nothing to do with any of these school shooting things, but what is everybody's opinion on the way the USA looks at guns before all of this versus other countries? Like, I think the USA, it's been a lot more socially acceptable to own and have guns.
Yeah, thank God.
And keep them around than say like.
Thank the God that I don't believe in. I should specify.
Yeah.
Not the only one.
So, like, America looks at guns like, we should have guns to protect ourselves. And, the original meaning behind that is actually, just in case, the government,
Because the way we got
it's to
America.
prevent a tyrannical takeover of government. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That is the original meaning and the current primary meaning for the Second Amendment.
Well, nowadays it just means you have a gun. You keep your sex shop. You can own a gun, is what people see it as now, and the U.S. views it as okay. The rest of the world, take like England for example.
Okay.
If you take like England for example, there are no guns except for like
They have
officers.
guns in England.
Police officers do.
Yeah.
No, civilians can own guns in England.
Really? I didn't actually know that. I just learned something.
Yeah, guns aren't banned. There's a lot more restrictions on them, but they've got guns in England.
Well, I knew they had guns in England because you got to, but other places look.
You have to be so strict on policies that you have to ban all guns, especially the cops and military members.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Cops don't even carry guns.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. But the way everybody views guns in the world, other places around the world just
they do their own thing.
UK also doesn't have free speech, so
Wait,
Yeah,
they
they
don't.
if we're gonna make comparisons, no,
they
don't.
really don't.
Nope, they do
Oh.
not have free speech.
Anyways,
So,
A lot of what we would consider the free world does not have free speech.
I'm surprised. Surprised France hasn't armed every civilian with a freaking gun.
I would.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like, I wouldn't
nice
fucking leave
to
my
see that.
house if I lived in France or the UK. I mean, I carry a Glock 26,
damn.
Ooh.
so I'm just used
Nice
to
choice.
I'm just used to carrying one.
well, I mean, you got all that YouTube money to protect, so
It is mostly all
Those
digital,
pennies.
as the case may be. My gun, however, is definitely analog.
yeah, the gun's not digital.
It is definitely not digital.
No, that gun, that's a real doozy. So, lesson to everybody: don't run up on rags.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm very, very pro gun, pro Second Amendment.
Yeah,
Good, I like you.
exactly.
If this tells you how how Southern I am, I walked into Walmart to get carburetor cleaner and walked out with a 20 gauge shotgun.
Oh, so you're a bitch.
No, actually, I'm just broke.
Shotgun.
I'm just broke.
You can't afford a How
Well,
much
no,
mo-
I wanted to buy a monster and I couldn't afford the monster and a 12 gauge, so I was like, you know what? I'll get the 20 gauge
Monster.
and much cheaper. Monster Energy, because I'm basic and white.
Monster
I mean,
is
I'm
good.
drinking one right now, but it's like if I'm buying a gun and I'm like, well, it's either a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge. It's either a 20 gauge and a monster or a 12 gauge. I'm not
Well, the
walking
thing-
out with a 20 gauge.
The thing is,
Right?
I already have like 12 gauges and rifles and stuff at home.
Okay, that's
It's
fair
not
enough.
like it's my only weapon of choice.
Okay, that's
You
fair
can
enough,
have
that's fair enough.
both though.
The gun I shoot the most is a 9mm carbine in my 22. So
Oh yeah, those are fun to shoot, and I mean like carbine. That's actually the first rifle I ever shot. My dad.
they're great, lots of
bought-
fun, very
uh,
practical, cheap to shoot.
My dad bought. You gave me a rifle. We went over to the range. He taught us how to shoot with a pellet gun, a paper plate, and a cinder block in the backyard. Then we went to the range. He taught me how to load and everything else, and I was shooting out rounds as fast as I could reload them.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
I got a lot of guns. My family's pretty conservative, and so I grew up around guns, and that warmed me up to them. I grew up learning how to respect them and not to be afraid of them,
Yeah,
which is unfortunately the attitude that a lot of people have. They have no idea
it's stupid.
how they work or anything about them, and it is a real shame. But I luckily grew up in a position where that was not me. And
Thank
as a
God.
result, it became one of my favorite hobbies. I got lots of guns now. I probably got about 15.
Damn.
I think the next weapon I buy is most likely going to be an assault rifle or an AR. Not an assault rifle, they're Armalite, but whatever. Everybody calls them AR or assault rifle.
An AR-15,
Yeah.
which is not an assault rifle, yeah.
One of the guns.
Everybody thinks the AR stands for assault rifle. No, it's Armalite rifle, but you know what?
Yeah.
I've got two AR-15s. in 7.62 by 39 and 5.45 by 39.
Damn.
Ooh, nice.
The gun that I really want, and I'm freaking a sucker for this, I want an original Car 98, like a German replica or something like that. Like, I just want, or to a good Car 98 is what I really want. Like, that's the
Why
one
that?
gun.
Why that one in particular?
I just always said like Infinity with Car 98, like, you know, in war games and in history, you know, I always pay attention to that weapon, especially like in the games, because like I remember, for example, in any World War II game, it's always been a prevalent rifle.
It was
like,
a prevalent rifle for the Germans, yeah.
yeah, it was, and
Nazi.
If you're looking to get, I mean, I don't know how much they are. Sometimes
They're
German
expensive, though.
rifles can go for quite a bit. If you want to get something that's from the same time period, that's a lot cheaper, then the two best options for you are SMLEs and Mosin guns.
are the Mosin I got is honestly one of the ones I also want. Like, I want to collect.
Then you might as well start off with it, because you can get them for pretty cheap. I mean,
Really?
they made they made 10 trillion of them. I mean, they're really cheap guns. 7.62 by 54R isn't not too expensive for how big it is. I don't know how
Yeah.
much 303 British rounds are, but you can go and buy old SMLEs and Lee Enfield rifles for pretty much nothing because they made so many. British Empire, and they just put so many out.
Oh yeah.
You
Ammo's
know what's
easy to
funny
get.
is I've actually got an app for guns and ammo.
You think that's awesome?
It's called Gun Deals, and I can get a 1,000-round crate of 5.56 for like $100.
I don't believe you.
Or it's around 100, yeah.
It seems like you know, you would have to.
Am I saying it looks legit? No, but I'm saying that's what the price is.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe you can get 5.56 rounds for 10 cents each. Nope. That's why I don't have any 5.56 rifles. Too expensive.
Yeah.
Why would I want a worse caliber that I have to pay more money for? Nope. No sir.
I want a 5.56 gun, just for the simple fact of I just like the way that they feel. I like everything about a 5.56 gun, and I've shot several of them, and I like them. So
I mean, if you're on a budget, then just get an AK-74.
yeah. Like.
oh yeah, so I can get confused with ISIS. Never mind, I'm too white.
The AK
Damn.
market's really big here in the South, especially. But I got 4 AKs total.
The AKs are honestly one of the greatest rifles ever made.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, get yourself
As far as
really,
reliability goes and everything, yes.
well, every gun's reliable now, for
Well,
the most part.
yeah.
There is really it's just ease of use, keeping it clean and not having to worry about. I like it when my guns kind of get beat up a little bit. I like a worn kind of look to them.
Oh
yeah. That's whenever they look the best. Whenever somebody can tell that they've been used.
Yeah, but yeah, get yourself a really good
also makes them scary.
AK-74. Ammo's really cheap, really smooth shooting gun, not very heavy.
Yeah.
Very, very simple.
I forget which size round does the AK-74 shoot.
5.45 by 39 millimeters.
And there he goes.
What?
Or get an AR-15 in those calibers so that you don't have to pay for the price of 5.56. That's what I did.
Yeah. I just love the way an AR feels, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. I really, really like them.
A fun fact. Okay, if anybody ever wanted to own a flamethrower,
Want to say what?
so if you want to own a flamethrower, it's actually legal in 48 states.
Yeah, it's not very practical though, and they're pricey.
The only two states you can't own one is California and Maryland.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
He's like in California, you would burn all the weed
No
fields.
surprise at all.
You burn all
That
that
would
weed
be-
fields in California.
That would be actually hilarious because even the firefighters couldn't do anything.
Maybe,
Haha, make another rainbow, Tommy.
maybe that's what the Robin Williams. Yeah, that was his joke.
Yep. Haha, make another rainbow, Tommy.
Jesus Christ. Like the
That
thing
was
with
a great man right there.
the thing with the weed, it's too common now. It's
I never
annoying.
really cared for weed. I only had it a few times, just didn't really get anything out of it.
Yeah,
Never have. Probably will.
like I'm willing to try like eventually. Yes. And oh my god, my parents are probably gonna watch this. Oh shit. Well, whatever.
Your parents knew that you were willing to try weed. They already knew.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like I just don't like see a point into it. You know.
Well, it's just it gives you supposed to give you a nice chillaxed feeling.
Yeah, but I can do that with other shit. Like,
Not quite like this, you can't.
oh well, yeah.
he said, "Oh no."
It just didn't really do much for me. I didn't really care for it. Because it's not legal here. We went to Colorado, and when I was up in Silverton, they had a little dispensary up there, so I got myself some goodies, and when I got home, oh, okay, I guess that was that, I suppose. Like I was expecting more. Maybe I'm just so fucking stone cold. It's just such an unfeeling monster that it didn't even do anything.
I mean, most likely.
I mean, that is how everybody actually views you, which is pretty funny.
It's strange.
It is.
I do get this reputation, undeservedly so, I might add.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was talking with somebody earlier on, and I just hopped on someone's Discord and we were talking. It was like, you're nothing like what such and such said you'd be like. Like, yeah. It's like, you're not an evil, racist, bigot, homophobe, fill in the blank. Like, yeah, it turns out they were all lying and they hate me. How about that? What do you know?
Like most people.
So, I found out about you. I was flipping through videos one day, and like, I came across a guy reacting to one of your videos.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of the videos of where you were doing a console versus PC or whatever, and a guy was disagreeing with you.
He was being wrong, is what you mean?
Yeah.
He was wrong.
And it clicked to your YouTube channel because I was like, "Who is Rags?" Because I hadn't heard of you, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is who he is." Then why is he talking so much shit about Rags? And I asked around, like, and people were calling me this fucking monster, man. And
I guess people get this impression that I'm just a terrible, horrible person, and I say that, but I mean, based on my growth and all the friends and stuff that I've made and acquaintances and connections I've gotten, I mean, like, being a monster is awesome.
Yeah, like, if you were honestly as horrible as everyone said you were, then I wouldn't have invited you here. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm pretty awful. I'm just not that bad. I'm bearable.
I mean, we're awful here.
The last video, you did go a little bit hard. Just saying.
It
Good.
was pretty awesome.
I liked it.
It's like, so your friends that you do the podcast with,
Might have to specify.
hold on, I gotta,
I like how he's like, which one of the friends speaking of?
You mean like Top Hats and Fringy and Bullet Berry?
yeah,
And
them, yeah.
they're good guys. I really like them. They're all good guys.
Like, I've checked out all of them, and I honestly like them. They're actually very good YouTubers, and I actually find that a lot of the time I'm listening to your videos, Top Hats, and Bullet Berries a lot, like in the background as
Yeah, they really do some good stuff. I like to say that I like to think I can pick them pretty good.
Does that mean you picked me pretty well?
We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm still on the fence about you.
Ego just deflated.
I mean, the Downs might have had an impact.
I got my eye on you. I got my.
Sorry, I'm a horrible human being and I should not be here.
Oh, dude. Nobody can honestly top me, honestly.
I mean,
I feel. But speaking of which, I honestly like to talk about humanity for a second. How awful everyone is now.
I don't.
Ah, no. You just see a lot of the worst of it because it's the anonymity of the internet.
Yep.
Humanity's good as it ever has been.
The thing is, the media. I mean, sorry, my brain just locked up.
That ever was a time.
Like,
and people are the
people
best
as far as people go are getting better and better. The media, as far as what they report, is getting worse and worse because the news wants you on the news. Like, they're gonna report the worst stuff because people love drama. Humans just love drama. I don't know why, but we do. So the news knows that.
Oh, we enjoy conflict.
Yeah.
To keep up with stuff, they've got to have some kind of conflict, and they've got to show some kind of conflict. Because if they don't, then we're just not going to watch. Because we've got phones now, Instagram, Facebook. We can keep up with all the good stuff like in 2 clicks of a button.
Yeah, TV is literally the audience is literally dying off.
Like, I don't.
I wouldn't actually know because I don't watch TV
I love
anymore.
some TV shows. I love old TV shows and stuff, but as far
my
as
favorite
like
TV show is Hogan's Heroes. Yeah.
my favorite TV show, like from whenever I was like 3 all the way up, was Ed, Edd n Eddy. I love that show.
I remember Ed, Edd n Eddy. It had some
Ed,
good
Edd n
ones.
Eddy was a good one.
That was a good show. That was.
I really liked the Looney Tunes.
But an entire show about trying to get a quarter and like ruining people's lives along the way.
Yeah, it was great. I think
my favorite was the massive pancake. That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the flip the pancake and the cul-de-sac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got people like stuck in it and stuff. Yeah.
I think the best like TV show I ever watched as a kid was honestly Cow and Chicken.
I remember that.
Oh, that was
I
a
Am
good
Weasel.
one.
Yeah, that was
always a good one.
that. Looking back on a lot of stuff I watched as a kid, I realized
It's weird as shit.
yeah, I probably shouldn't have watched all that shit.
It's just strange.
I mean,
now it's
Cow and Chicken.
still now a lot of it I don't even know. There's some newer ones that I've liked. I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I know Phineas and Ferb I really liked a bunch.
Phineas and Ferb wasn't bad, honestly.
What's that show where it's like the blue cat?
He's wrote a gumball.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of that and it's been pretty clever.
That's a good
That
show.
honestly isn't bad.
I like the animation in it where it's like they've got the real life environment, but they're the cartoon people. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
No, my cousin used to watch that a lot, and I had to act like I hated it, but I was watching it right with him.
Mia secretly watching. I don't know if anybody remembers Mad. Anybody remember Mad?
Mad TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Anybody?
But I remember it.
Anybody remember? I was probably the only one that watched this because weird family. But iCarly, that show.
Oh yeah, iCarly.
Yeah, that was shit.
That was a thing.
I tried to watch it.
My little sisters watch the Disney stuff all the time. It was all so fucking shitty.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was all fucking
a TV show about a web show. Like, really?
Yeah, like
Wizards
doing
of Waverly Place and stuff
Oh,
like that.
God.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Like, fuck, this is all such garbage.
The only thing on Disney Channel that I ever really liked was Ned's Declassified Guide to Starting Middle School.
Phineas and Ferb was the only thing I liked. I swear to God, it's the only thing on that channel worth a damn.
Phineas and Ferb was a good show. But you know what's really messed up about that show is it was actually the sister was a real person. It was made out of real stories. But what it was is she had schizophrenia. So the 2 younger brothers were what she imagined, and she imagined all this stuff going on.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
But it's still a cool show.
Look, it might explain a lot, actually.
That does explain a lot.
Cartoon
I mean, like,
doesn't need you don't need an explanation for a secret agent platypus.
That was the best part.
Perry, man, fucking Perry.
Yeah, Agent P was the best.
Perry the
Perry the platypus. Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I think the best cartoon.
Such a good villain.
Yeah. I think the best like cartoon joke I think was Fairly Odd Parents, Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
Yeah, like that was the best thing ever.
I remember Fairly Odd Parents.
Hey man.
Shut up, Tub.
Don't tell him to shut up. He's been gone the whole podcast. But like, TV is pretty trash nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I just assumed to like turn on Netflix or something or watch YouTube.
Yeah, I don't have TV. I don't have a TV. I don't have TV.
The only show that actually Chowder? Yeah, I like Chowder.
Chowder was a good one. That was a solid show.
The only show on TV that I watch now is The Walking Dead.
Dude, don't you have Netflix?
I do, but I like to keep up with it.
There's some
like
shows
live.
I need to get back into. I watched the first season of Turn, and that was really good. So I want to catch up on the second season or whatever they're on now. I don't care for The Walking Dead. I liked Lie to Me, and some other stuff were pretty good. Hey, wasn't the guy from Numbers? Isn't he the guy who plays Poe Dameron?
I'm not sure.
I want to say yeah.
Because I'm just going off of remembering the show Numbers.
He said, "I'm just going back to whenever I had a TV."
Like a big thing I watch like nowadays is honestly YouTube and anime.
Anime is pretty trash, isn't it?
Yeah, like every once in a while I'll find a good one. Recently I found an anime called we called it Gamers. It's pretty cool.
They're all like when I look back at all the animes that I enjoyed, they're all 20 years old.
Right?
It's like there was just this golden age of anime that I just really liked, and the new stuff I just couldn't be fucked.
Ponyo was a good one, Todd. Like, I definitely think, TV's honestly, like, I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. I just think it needs to, I don't know.
Get better.
The giant it used to be.
Yeah, like, it's just, nowadays, like, 90% of people are either on, like, Netflix,
it's
Hulu.
the business model. It's not that there's not good stuff, it's just that it's the business model. People don't want to pay all this money for this stuff that they'll never watch, and it isn't worth it for them.
Whenever you could pay $10 for a Netflix subscription and get everything you've ever wanted.
Basically.
Yeah, you remember that,
and then whatever you don't get on Netflix, you get on
Hulu or something.
Hulu or YouTube or anywhere else. Like, you don't have to care.
Danny DeVito, I think his name is that, had a direct TV commercial for a while about like he choosing your own like channels and whatnot. It was
that was
yeah, like, they were weird commercials.
I used to work for DirecTV, and they've got something that I think is really cool for the TV to do. It's called DirecTV Go.
It's called
what it is you pay like the $10 regular thing, and Suicide, you know what? We're not talking about this topic because Tubbs here, and never mind, black people don't do that. Anyways.
Hey, guys, I think I'm good for now. I get to finally speak.
Hey there. I looked at chat, Tub.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to make a good look at chat. But
yeah,
what it is it's like you pay a $10 fee, same as Netflix or anything like that, and you pick channels that you want to keep. Like, say you had kids or whatever, and you had the app on a tablet, you could put Cartoon Network on there, or like Boomerang or something, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of cool that TV is doing that, you know. I just thought it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about really.
We're about to move
Shut up.
actually to a new topic because I think
Okay.
we talked that one to death. I think.
Not possible.
We're random shit. So topic. You suggested the topic, the FCC.
And why? Okay.
Okay, well, Tub's gone.
Wow. That was short lived. Anyway.
Anyways,
Well, no, I'm still here.
So you suggested the FCC. How come?
Because
the FCC.
if people do agree to what they're trying to do, then it'll mess a lot of things up.
Elaborate. Like, I'll mess a lot of things up.
How about not? Because I have to go meet my mic again.
Damn it, Tub.
Tub, go back to your shed.
Yeah, but like there is a lot of emphasis on censorship nowadays, and I think it's a little bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely an issue.
Yeah, especially for you. Yeah. See, with us, it just means you don't get to put out the videos that you want, or we want to see, and then for you, it means, you know, demonetization, you don't get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to think about, but we'll see.
Like, if I drop the F-bomb again, I don't get a
YouTube
paycheck.
can't keep it up forever, man. They're gonna get to their breaking point eventually.
Yeah, like, see, the thing is,
I mean, you say Nazi, you're gonna be the next PewDiePie.
Demonetized.
like, see, the thing is,
The word of the day: demonetization.
use code at demonetize on.
You just end a sentence in a preposition, you're demonetized.
I fear
do that. It's against the rules.
I fear that it's gonna get that bad.
Wow, you gotta follow.
It's like YouTube is really harping on this, and it's like, I get it, you don't want to be affiliated with like people who curse like sailors or very offensive. You don't want to be affiliated with that, you know, because it's a company.
Really, all I want off of YouTube is the beheading videos. I don't want those anymore. They offend me.
You beheading videos? What the hell are you talking about?
ISIS puts beheading videos
They're
on
from foreign countries. I'm
Really?
back again.
Why?
Your leg, bud.
So like,
because it's ISIS. They want to see the world burn.
the censorship, you know.
Oh god.
God damn it. But like the censorship, you know, this is very big issue because, like, you know, eventually it's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna have to tell my kids, you know, you can't say he, she, you can't say fuck, you can't say this, and this, and it's like, so okay, we have like 10 words in the dictionary. That's all you have to say. You have to we can make these work. Like, God, like, it's weird nowadays. It really is. Why do you think this is all happening, Tyler?
Hey, Tyler.
What, the demonetization and stuff.
Okay, well, just censorship in general. Like, why has this become just such a big thing now?
Just because, like, the way our moms and dads were raised and the way we were raised, there's a big gap there, and then there's somewhere right in the middle, a generation just over us, not our parents and not like old enough to be our parents, the ones that were teenagers whenever we were born.
Yeah.
They just weren't taught the same morals and they weren't shown the same things. Like, they weren't made to listen. So as far as that goes, they weren't shown like the tough love. And this generation now, they're not being shown the tough love, you know? And that's going to have an impact on how they act. Because if somebody's not...
I'll show him tough love.
Exactly.
Yeah, Muhammad was a faggot.
Muhammad was a faggot.
Oh,
No,
peace be upon him.
But as far as like, nobody's ready for the world. Nobody knows how to take criticism anymore. Like,
oh yeah, Ragstein definitely. He tell a speech about that one.
yeah.
Yep. So, could religions just stop?
Yeah, religions. You know, I know they have
Could
their
you just
purpose
not
at
do
their
that?
place, but like,
Just not do anything. You just stop being around.
it like
Muslims are getting really uppity.
yeah.
Okay, so if you look, like, I have a big mind on this now. The typical Christian nowadays, they don't do what is quote unquote Christian. They just like to judge people, and I feel like that's the same way with every religion. Like, what they stood for in the past is not what they stand for now. Like, and if you look back on it, every war in history has been over some type of religion. So, or almost every war. Some of them has.
No, it could be a war about something completely secular, except each side will say that God's on our side.
Yep, exactly.
Well, you know, God loves all his children, so you know, we're all perfect.
That's why he gave little Timmy cancer. Little shit.
Oh my god. No, Timmy. But you know.
No, forget Timmy.
Fuck
He took
Timmy.
my life.
Cancer. Good job. It's happy 2nd birthday. You get cancer.
Oh my god.
Okay, like, really, I don't get why religion's such a big thing anymore. I mean, it's the ideals and everything just don't line up with what it should be now.
People
you know,
love to believe in shit, man.
Yeah, like,
They
they
don't have
want-
to have any evidence. They just want to believe. They want to feel good. They want to.
Exactly.
They want to. They grow up. That's the thing, is they grow up in it. They're indoctrinated into it, just like I was. Like, when you're grown up and you're taught all this stuff as if it's completely 100% true, and it's
Then they
reinforced all the
they just
time
believe it.
in your young impressionable years. Like, that's why so many people believe it, is because they're grown up to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Taught this shit like that. I'm like,
And I mean, like, a lot of people, you know, especially here on the Bible Belt, here in North Carolina.
yeah, I'm in
Tennessee,
Arkansas, man.
etc.
I know what that's all about.
It's like everybody believes in this shit, and everybody's, you know, it's kind of, it's not annoying, but it's like kind of like, you know, can you not shove it down our throats?
Don't lie, it is.
Like, can you not shove it down our throats anymore? Because, like, dude, like, if there is something on that other side, then cool. We don't know.
Bonus.
It's like cool. I get to sit in hell for 30 years. We go for eternity or whatever. You know, like
30 years of eternity, whatever.
like at least in hell, you know, I'll be able to listen to like fucking like Killer Keemstar.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even make. It's like none of it makes sense. Like, the whole hell heaven thing doesn't. None of it makes any sense.
Like, the only thing I could actually see, okay, the only thing I could actually see happening is like the reincarnation thing. Like, that could be like something cool, but
No, I can't do this again. No, don't you? No.
well,
You
hold
won't
on,
know
hold on.
Stony in your next life.
Yeah, like
Oh.
you won't know anybody, but I think it's cool that like you could have like residual memories and other stuff like that, because I do think it's kind of cool, the idea of it, but
Yeah.
It's all bollocks.
But I don't want to do this again.
But I don't personally believe in. I don't believe in anything really anymore because that's just the world.
Everyone believes in things.
I
Possible
believe.
to not believe.
I believe in living life to the fullest, and whenever that switch is flipped off, just be happy that it happened.
And you don't choose what you believe either, so.
Ah, yeah. Aye.
So remember to go to church on Sunday, everyone.
Don't you start that.
Oh
On
God, no.
Sunday, and sing all the songs to Jesus. Sing all the Jesus songs, and
Sing the Jesus
have
song,
yourself some Jesus bread, and
which
get
for
yourself
some
a drink.
reason counts as the body, but whatever.
Vanilla wafers.
Don't think about the fact it's cannibalism. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's
like.
okay when it's okay when Jesus does it.
It's okay if Jesus.
Like, we're just gonna eat this human.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Perfectly
transform
fine.
this bread into a human corpse, and then you're gonna eat it, and you're all gonna get up in a line, and you're like, wait,
And you're gonna pay for it.
like, what?
Just think of somebody who has agnostic
Oh my
family, and they go to a Catholic church or something like that for the first time, and they have to go through that. Like, this is the body of Christ. This is cannibalism.
A lot of denominations. Some denominations.
I turned my input down.
I know. Cause I was raised Catholic. It was every Sunday, every mass.
Yeah.
I went actually multiple times a week because I went to a Catholic school and there was an all-school mass.
Oh God.
I used to go to a Christian school, and that broke my faith.
Even when I went to college, every week at college, I went to church voluntarily. I went to church.
God, who are you?
I know, right? And
I
then,
don't like you
I don't
anymore.
know. It was just a few years ago. I was like, this is all bullshit.
Like,
It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense on any level. And then you just listen to all the debates and the back and forth and the explanations, and you binge watch, Christopher Hitchens and Richard Dawkins and Matt Dillahunty, and they're just explaining to you all the reasons it doesn't make sense, and you're like, I cannot believe I believed this bullshit.
yeah.
I would defend all of this. There's a point where I would go out of my way to defend all this.
Being honest, I just came back and we were talking
Talking about
shit
religion,
about
and
religion.
faith and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah. So welcome to controversy.
hey,
I
I
vote.
don't think I want to talk about this one because I'll talk about like 5 hours.
Go ahead, Tub. We need your input, actually.
Why my input? Anybody else?
Because
What have you done for Jesus today?
Myself.
Well, if you want my
You know
input
that
about
Jesus
how I
sacrificed himself to himself to serve as a loophole for rules that he created for you?
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm just no.
Shut up, that's how it works. Those are the rules.
Like,
Shut up. That's how it works.
Like,
I
shut
just-
up, he died. He definitely got nailed for you.
I just want to say, Tyler isn't broken easily. You can't get Tyler not to make a bad joke. Like, it's very hard to go past. Tyler's a little fucked up.
I've made a dead
Ra-
baby joke in a job interview before.
nice.
But Rags made him shut up. It was great. Like, I've said some fucked up shit. I have.
Oh, trust me, I have to.
And
Most of the bad stuff I say is actually about Tub, and I feel kind of bad for it.
Nice. I haven't really been paying attention. Voice crack.
You haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah, voice crack.
nice.
As I was saying that, I feel great.
Don't lie.
I feel great.
Yeah,
I feel great.
I feel good.
I feel like I want to
You really?
praise the Lord.
Okay, you know what?
I want to
Stream
get down
over.
on my knees and please Jesus.
There he goes again with all the Jesus pleasing.
I think you just bought a straight ticket to hell.
Maybe.
I've
If it exists.
got first class tickets, man.
What are you talking about? I'm driving the train.
I'm on the
I am
hood.
train.
I
It
am
doesn't make
teacher.
sense. It's just heaven doesn't make sense. It's not. None of it makes sense. Like, why does I believe this?
It really doesn't though.
Isn't it
Gotta
nice
have
when we
faith.
believe in something we
And-
gotta faith in something that we can't prove?
No, here's the reason I think people believe in it because they're honestly scared of death.
Do you mean my reasoning about why I explain type of religion anywhere?
Okay, so I've actually like went on a soul search about this because I don't know. I was watching a creepypasta video and then I realized, oh my god, I'm gonna die, and then I freaked out. It went like on like a 6-month binge of just studying every religion. I even read Satan's Bible. Like I would looked at every
He has a
religion.
Bible.
Oh my god.
Wait, Satan doesn't have a Bible. Like he has a book.
Yes,
Oh, you said Satan's Bible.
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, though. It's Satan's version of the Bible. But
Wouldn't we call it a Bible though?
well, my
It all
friend had.
started when there were these two people. They're running
Well,
around
hang
naked in
on.
this forest. It was really weird.
Hang on, time out.
He's
No.
like, you look hungry? Go ahead and just here. This will make you smarter.
I saw this crazy clown one.
He's like, can you believe this godfucker punished them because they wanted to be smarter? He's like, can you fucking believe
Like
that?
they
They
right?
say I'm the bad one.
They bit into an apple, and he was like, "Nah, you're out."
Fam, no.
You're supposed to walk around naked in this jungle for the rest of your lives.
You know what? All of
It's supposed to
existence
be
started out as
stupid.
porn. All of existence started out as porn.
I
That's
like,
all it is.
I like when they're stupid and they don't know. Also
It's
naked.
like, it's like a kid. It's like a parent leaving their kid in a room with a loaded gun. And saying, "Gosh, I told you not to touch the gun. Why'd you do that? Why'd you hurt yourself?" Except it's even worse because it's
Why'd you shoot up the school,
really
Billy?
worse because
my
the
God.
parent knew that their kid would touch the gun because he's all knowing and all powerful, which means that everything goes according to his plan. And when he made a universe that specifically he knew that situation would happen, and so they were predestined to mess with a gun, and he still put him in the room with a gun anyway. It's dumb, and none of it makes fucking sense.
It really doesn't.
You know how everybody says God makes no mistakes? Explain dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, no, they were actually a
There's
mistake.
only-
Like, think about it. Dinosaurs were a mistake.
Listen,
Like, why-
Tyler. Tyler,
Like,
listen. You know, God makes no mistakes, right? But you're here, so
Oh, yeah.
No, that was my mom's mistake.
Oh,
shit. Like that's a.
hey,
That's
I
a.
got deep.
It's a godly roast right there.
Your name.
Oh shit. We're all going to blackness. Cause how those things is.
Hey, I'm already in it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So I'm just sliding in the anti-Semitic racist jokes.
So, I wanna ask this for Tub's sake, my sake, and a lot of people's sakes. That actually watch my videos.
Yeah.
Nobody watches your videos.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
The last video got like nearly 18 views. Wait, that's just based at 17. Dang it.
And four of them were you refreshing it to see if it came out okay. So it's,
Yeah.
I'm so done. Thank you, Ray.
This is not your favorite YouTuber.
maybe four of the views were me.
Quality content.
I don't know.
I'm
I
my
don't-
biggest fan.
I don't know
Yes.
whether or not to be honored to be roasted by Rags or
It's
to be
not-
offended.
It's fine. I'm not roasting it.
At least it
Nah,
wasn't
you're
like
good.
Leafy, am I right?
Oh no, not Leafy. No.
Like literally.
Uh,
He literally. Guys, he literally. He,
I can't believe it.
He,
I can't believe my
literally
eye.
clicked it 4 times. 4
A
times.
million
guys, 4
fireflies.
times.
They're in my eye.
He literally clicked it 4 times, guys.
You like, literally, man. Literally,
times.
bro.
Literally 4 times.
I found juice in my spaghetti and they said it was
glad
Alfredo's.
that Dubs did a content cop on that.
Like Ido's fucking roasted the shit out of him. It was
That
great.
rice gum piece of shit.
Oh god, no, not rice gum. Come on.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, dude, rice gum. Legit.
Okay, if you want to see a good roast, I know I showed you his music, Stoney, but he actually comes out with some good stuff.
If you guys want to get steamed up for a fight, just watch Jake Paul video.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
shut up.
Fucking Jake Paul.
I can't watch a rice gum video knowing that he's such a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only watched like one of his
Rex.
videos, and I found it like. I didn't
Like he's not
watch
just
him.
he just does it's not like, oh, he's got some opinions I don't share or he's made some mistakes.
he's-
It's like, no,
he's just a total
genuine
douche.
Shit.
He literally made fun of a woman that got raped.
He's like, that video was like, holy crap, like he's actually wow. People will defend him.
Why?
Okay,
Like,
Belch.
Stoney.
I don't know.
Stoney.
He's a cool dude, and they want to feel
Cool.
all the cool
No,
kids.
making fun of
most
people that were
cringe-
raped is cool. Apparently,
No, the most cringeworthy thing he does, the rape thing, that was totally
I don't
wrong.
care
Like
about
he does
making you can make fun of whatever you want. It doesn't make you a bad person to make jokes about that.
no.
It's just the
way he did it.
sleazy shit that he's done behind people's back.
Okay, and this man, like everything he buys, he feels the need to show the receipt and be like, "I paid $300 for a
Can
yellow
you believe
plaid
that
shirt."
iDubbbz guy kept
Like-
criticizing me for just showing all my money and doing that, and he's got a gun that shoots $100 bills? It's like, what?
It's
Did
like
you have
what the
you
fuck?
have more money than sense. You're an idiot. Like
Exactly.
you're,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not you.
Okay, so like he's just a douche. It's really, this is what it is. He's just buying all this stuff, and he's like, "Will you be my friend now? Will you be my friend now?" Like,
I'm rich and privileged, and also Asian.
but Stoney, I know you'll get a kick out of it. Upchurch, I know I showed you his songs and stuff.
Oh,
Go to
God.
his channel. He's got a thing on rice gum. You'd get a kick out of that because I know you like rag stuff, and he does like a rag style roast on that guy. It's hilarious.
Shit. Okay. I'll have to look into it.
That and he said he looks like a gay little Asian boy.
A gay little Asian boy. Hello there, gay Asian boy.
I think he said Thai
Good
Asian
pronounce.
boy or Thai femboy or something like that. I don't know.
Like, there is so many people on YouTube who are just pieces of shit.
A lot of them are just bad people, and they just do bad things. You know? It's like I like to think I'm a pretty good guy.
You're
Like
like,
some people out there are just bad people.
you're like, you can fuck up once or twice, or ton of times. And you're not really a bad person. It's just like there's a point where you become a bad person for the sleazy shit you've done. Like,
Become Hitler bad.
Literally worse
Tub,
than
shut
Hitler,
up.
I would say. If you being a bad on YouTube is definitely worse.
Well, Hitler never took a life. He probably never made fun of a rape victim.
He probably didn't. Hitler had some class.
you're like, if you're going
He's so
to,
classy, he got people to do his dirty work. Actually, Hitler has killed people because he started as a grunt in World War One. But
We don't know if he killed people.
he was on the front line, so
To the
he
Army
didn't-
records.
Maybe he just didn't have the balls to do it.
Well, he only had one ball, so
oh yeah, that is right.
he did have the ball for it, though.
that's probably why he couldn't think straightly. He didn't have enough body.
Oh my god, but
Big balakaya. Yeah.
I think
Why does this kid keep inviting me to Fortnite? I do not want to play Fortnite
I
with
do
you.
not want to play your
Because
shitty game.
Fortnite's the OG game. If you
yeah,
I
Fortnite's
played-
the
I
best
I
thing
played
ever.
some-
I played some Fortnite and it was crap, honestly.
Tub, you just made me want to commit a hate crime.
Like
You
it's,
play
it's
crap.
crap.
You play PUBG at all?
Played some. I've played quite a bit of PUBG. It's
Yeah,
alright.
like
It works. It works.
Fortnite is no. Here's my only argument for why Fortnite's an okay game. I just think it's more.
Don't.
free.
We're
It's
not.
free.
No, I'm not.
It's
I'm not.
free and it's a great alternative if you can't buy a PUBG. Like
Yeah, if you're poor, if you're a poor peasant, it's a fantastic
We
game.
don't all have YouTube money.
These guys are really trying to
Especially
like
the little black one.
playing Sea of Thieves right now. And these guys are really trying to attack me, failing. And I'm standing still and waving at.
Sea of
Honestly,
Thieves.
the only
Like,
games
there's
I ever
a lot of
play
good-
anymore are
good
Forza
things
and
coming out of it.
only thing I ever play anymore is Forza and Rainbow.
Have you guys heard about the latest the VR stuff?
No, because I don't have enough money to buy one. I don't want to.
People are now creating games like there's a PUBG and a CS:GO VR now.
That's actually kind of dope.
Like it's
I hope
weird,
it
but
runs better than Witcher 3 mobile.
anything will. Anything will.
You know what? You gotta stick to all your games, lamos. I'm gonna go play Farming Simulator.
I'm gonna play Alone in the Dark. When nobody will see where I am.
Bobby Johnson wants to send you a free shovel if you log into Farmville.
Oh my
Okay,
fucking
well, Bobby
god.
Johnson can go and suck a dick. Why don't you plant that in the
Dude, like,
ground and
you know,
watch it grow?
I had to make a separate Facebook, right? Because my mom would use my Facebook for Farmville, and every time I would fucking log into it, it'd give me Farmville shit. I was just like, you know, fuck it, I made
It's like, what are all these hoes on your profile?
Comedy.
Haha. You see, I was really
Comedy.
I was really referring to all the prostitutes.
All the thoughts.
If she breathe?
If she breathed, boys.
Push your bread. Deep, deep, deep.
Tyler, you gotta help out.
How about with what? I'm just sitting here laughing.
You were supposed to say if she breathes, and then we would say thought, but you know.
There was no warning.
No, I like being that
You
one
failed.
awkward one that everyone hates.
You failed. Like, get the fuck out of my live stream.
Everything that these guys are trying to... Yeah, these guys are definitely trying to kill... They don't know.
If we're gonna get out of here for ruining live streams, let's get Tub out of here.
Nice. Too bad I'm too much of an OG non-privileged guy to do anything.
Let's get me out of here. I ruined the stream. Okay. What are you
Yeah,
talking
let's
about?
get White out of his own stream, guys. Let's just vote to kick him out.
Yeah, let's just kick Wyatt out of the stream and let Rags take over.
Hello, everybody. I'm the new owner of this channel.
It's like I didn't really want to run another one, but you know what?
$2. Can I get
like-
two? Can I get $2? $2? Can I get $2? Can I get one? Can I get one? Can I hear one?
99
how about
cents.
30 cents?
I've got like 50 cents in an old piece of gum.
So yeah.
Like, yo, Tubbs' channel is, dude, like, it's non-existent. Like, you're about to start uploading, aren't you?
Well, I might, maybe. I
so
would've
it's
if
gonna
we
be
weren't doing this
uploading on
podcast.
the download. I gotcha.
I'm actually about to start a YouTube channel just so I can have sound files in my truck. I have nothing to reference anymore. Like, I used to have everything on my old phone and then I ran it over. Long story, I don't.
You're not gonna explain
Long
that on
story.
stream.
Okay,
Don't
so
buy
I
a
want to
phone.
mention this fail squad, right? They went to attack me, right?
Yeah.
They failed every time. I shot myself out of the cannon. Ship. They sunk my ship, right?
Yeah.
And then as they're chasing me, right? They crash their ship into the ground and they sink it.
Man, that's fascinating.
Yes. Yes.
Because
It's
I
really
feel
fascinating.
I feel like I was really there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like I was
Really
there
good
watching
explaining.
these things unfold before my very eyes.
So
I'm really good at explaining.
It was the emotion.
I
It
got
was
some.
captivating.
Hold on. So, you know, I've got like something to pull up. Do I have it?
Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Oh god.
It sucked.
That was a video. Yes, get on land where I can snipe you back.
What happens now?
So I never
Meat.
so
Violently.
I never understood your relationship with Boogie 238. Rags.
2988.
Yeah. I never.
Just
Wait.
butcher the name horribly.
I haven't heard a lot
Oh, that's nice.
about like Boogie. Like I've watched, you know, some of his stuff and like.
I'm certain that everything Boogie feels comfortable talking about, he will talk about in his own good time.
Did I just like hear a relationship thing? Because I was busy with car stuff and I came back and it's awkward.
You're hearing the next fanfiction about to be.
Yep.
Those are the cringiest things ever.
It's probably Rags fanfictions. He's somewhere on the internet. Him and
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
him, a Leafy, and some other fucking twat.
This guy, he's this guy. Oh my god, he's literally a dog. Yep, that's right.
It's like, yeah, and what do you?
Somebody
Yeah,
send me a
he's
link.
a piece of shit.
Linked me a fanfic of you in feminist frequency.
Send it to my Twitter so I can.
It was atrocious, Rag. It was.
Did I just hate fucking Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well.
Like I think have said that on so many occasions. I don't think anybody could ever get it confused. Like ever.
That's not simply.
Tropes versus these nuts.
Got him.
Mother yucker.
So I think. So I got asked today. Actually, yesterday when the stream actually ended.
Tub background.
Oh, nice.
I got asked. Why in the hell did I start doing a podcast?
Why?
So, for one, it was an older series of mine that I did that I completely bailed on because it was
Atrocious, horrible, unwanted.
a lot of people told me it was like taboo. Like a lot of my friends were like, "No, that's weird." It's like
doing
what?
podcasts.
Yeah, like it was weird.
What's taboo about it?
I don't know. Like that's the thing in like
What it used to do.
I have an old like podcast that they did with like with a few friends, and we talked about a lot of like topics and controversial topics, and like I ended up privatizing it because like we touched on controversial topics, and I didn't want to be seen as like a YouTuber that was like, you know, hey, I'm controversial about shit, you know, like, and like I started doing this again because I needed something to fill in for my lack of uploading, because I just don't have the time to upload as much as I would like to, and I do like the night shift stream, which is where I do a late night gaming stream, very relaxed and whatnot, and then I have this now, which it's really fun. We have a lot of fun just like talking about different topics and whatnot, and seeing as you Rags have been in like so many podcasts, I thought, hey, let's get Rags in here.
And it was all downhill from there.
Exactly. You're awful at this.
Fuck, what was I thinking?
Yeah, I know. You probably regret this. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. To be completely honest.
No, it's alright.
Welcome to Stutter Simulator 2018.
Yeah, well.
Fuck you.
You take the good with the bad.
It's funny. No, what's funny is I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm gonna be a dick. Whenever he says "damn" and he's pissed at me, he goes "da da da damn."
Time to
Stop. Fuck you guys. But you know,
my trap card.
Oh wow.
It's a trap.
If you did my trap card, I get.
It's called your bitch.
It's called your bitch.
In the same way.
You can tell you're a
It's in my
YouTuber just
trap
because of the
card.
way you manipulate your
There's a
voice.
whore.
You're not wrong.
So like,
Sorry, that's a story that will be
You've
explained in
taken
later podcasts.
600 life points worth of damage.
God. No wonder the internet says you're cancer, Rags.
They really don't. It's just a very vocal minority.
Yeah. It really is though.
Like Tub.
These are just
You think that was
really,
awful?
There's some people that just hate my guts. He's an anti-feminist. He likes Sargon.
I mean, after your last video, can you really? I mean, that could have been taken so many ways. I mean, not really, but
yeah,
you
made
made
it in the ass like a bitch. No, that's fine. Yeah, I figured that video would get me a bit of flack, but it's been doing okay. It's been doing all right. I thought it would be way worse than what it was.
It's a solid video. I like it.
I think so too. I think it was pretty good. Pretty good. I'll say so myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
people should pay me so I can do more.
go to his Patreon. I will leave the link to his channel, so you go to that link to get to these.
No, don't.
It was a joke.
even he's like, no.
You. It was a joke. I don't really want support. You piece of shit.
He said,
they were right about you. They were right about you. Everything they said, it was true. It was all true. I was there. I saw it.
Exposed rag on my live stream.
You hate the black people and the Jews and the black Jews.
Do you like?
Wait, there's black Jews?
Black Jews just get double fucked.
If I wanted,
okay,
this podcast to get a million views, just say rags exposed.
Black gay Jew.
Black Jew.
Black Jews. A big nose and an afro. Damn.
Big nose and a big nose. Big nose and a big wallet.
Yep.
Because Jews make lots of money. Jews are smart. They're educated, and their culture is based off of success and accomplishments. Yeah, boy.
Damn, that was not going where I thought it was.
See. Did you see the damn?
Damn.
The concentration camps where the Jews died in large quantities because of Hitler.
You know the difference between a Jew and a Cub Scout, right?
Whoa.
Cub Scouts can call home.
Cub Scouts can call home. Can a Jew not call his home?
Well, no. Whenever they're at the concentration camp, they're not allowed because they don't have a home.
Why would a Jew be at a concentration camp? Do they not have a good? Are they not good at like focusing? I don't understand. Why would a Jew be at a concentration camp?
Let's take a left out of racism.
Why is that a stereotypical place where one would find Jews? Just at like a local concentration camp?
Just go down to your local friendly concentration camp.
Man, I'm just I don't know, man. It's like this place.
Right,
I just want to hot Jewish singles in your area. Oh, that's a joke. Yeah, hot Jewish singles to get it. I didn't even think about it. Why would a Jew be hot? I don't know.
The oven. Anyways.
God, I'm gonna get banned off of YouTube for this shit.
Well, why do you have to lose?
All
of your
right for the fucking throat.
And my 50 subscribers, which I'm actually psyched to hit.
49.
Wait, what?
49.
Somebody
I might have unsubscribed before this because I knew how bad it was going to be.
See, there's a man who thinks ahead. He could probably have a really good YouTube channel. You should ask him for advice.
No, I don't. I posted a video of somebody running through a creek once on a four-wheeler that drowned.
It's pronounced a crick, please.
Am I most
Rags?
Up on crip.
Don't start this. Don't.
With all this crick talk.
My most popular videos are honestly my speedruns. Those are.
How many views do they get?
Is there any actual
percentage wise compared to your other videos? Let's put it that way. Let's go by percentages.
All right, hold on.
It's like 600% more popular. I'm like, shit, that's impressive.
That's not possible because it's only 100% because it's only. All right, so let's see one was popular video.
You okay there?
Yes, my speech better than the game. That's
Keep your shit together.
It's okay. It's okay. He's got a slight stutter.
So, My most popular video to this date is my Dungeon Runners 2 speedrun, a world record where I set the world record for the game.
Oh, what game?
Dungeon Defenders 2.
Fastest man alive.
Yes.
Boy.
I'm right here. I claimed it.
Yeah, boy. Mom,
Do you hear-
Mom, I did it. I'm the fastest in Dungeon Defenders 2 in the world on the whole.
You probably
did
made
it.
it sound like it did nothing. Oh. I spent 5 fucking hours.
Oh, wow, 5 hours. Yeah, you beat the whole game in 5 hours.
Yeah, that's like creating a character from level 1 and
That's
going
like a
without.
slow run to beat Destiny 2.
Ooh. What's the thing is like Dungeon Runners 2
Remember that
is
game
a,
exists?
oh yeah, it exists. Unfortunately.
That's a game that exists. I knew you forgot about it. Because the only time it pops up in the news is when they pull some bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a good look. This is a really, really good optics, Bungie. It's fantastic.
It is. I feel like-
That game is so fucking mediocre. It's the most mediocre game that ever was made ever. It's
My
such
uncle-
a AAA mediocre game. It's the perfect example of a AAA mediocre game.
Yeah.
Like my uncle got the game and he's like, "This is a great game." I said, "This is a knockoff of Halo. What are you?"
Like, this is a shit game for twats.
I mean, like, it is like.
Plus, he got it on PlayStation, so
Ugh. Imagine playing at 30 FPS in a shooter.
Oh no.
Faggot.
I actually
Yeah, it's pretty shit, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember.
even Siege on my Xbox runs 60 FPS solid now. Like, I like Siege.
See, yeah, I got some friends of mine. They play it all the time, man. They're big into Siege.
He said, "I got friends that play
Siege
it."
is
but, you know,
okay.
I do. They're always playing Rainbow Six Siege.
I
One of
love
these
it.
days will get me into it. But I have my games I always go back to. I'm fucking absorbed into this Vermintide 2 beta right now. Someone give
Vermintide's
us-
good.
Honestly, I'm a car guy, so I've got my biggest game I play is Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport. I've literally got everyone that came out for the Xbox One.
I'm
just
honestly sad to
I'm
admit
horrible.
the game I most play is Dungeon Defenders 1. I have 300 hours in it.
no, the
uh,
game you play the most sit around to be lonely.
Mine's a
It's not a
Dungeon
game.
Defenders
It's a
1.
way of life.
Dungeon
No,
Defenders
he
1 I
turned it
spent
into a
too
video
much.
I wonder what my most played handheld game was. It was probably Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Probably.
I played a shit ton of Grimoire of the Rift too. Those are both good games.
We asked
I
about
kinda wish Xbox would come out with their own like handheld thing.
I don't. I hope Xbox fucking dies.
yes, folks.
Teaches them a lesson. No, I hope they do well so that Sony doesn't have a monopoly on that sort of thing.
The Sony ponies.
I don't.
It's
I kinda wanna
crazy
be
how
explored.
Xbox has run themselves into the ground so much. It's like, how did you manage to go from the Xbox 360 to?
They're
yeah,
trying to
it's 'cause
parry
they
like
tried
with
to
the PC
screw
and
the
shit
sh-
now.
Oh, that's not what did it. That's good thing. That's one
Yeah,
of the
actually,
good things they did. It was they
Really
killed
nice.
themselves, committed suicide in 2013.
Yeah.
No
Hey.
use games. It's like what? Oh yeah, no use games. Oh, okay. So you don't want us to buy your Xbox? Oh, okay. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, like see, it's about more percentages for like
How long has this live stream been going on for?
only 2 hours.
It's not too bad. It only feels like 6.
Yeah, it feels really long. Unfortunately.
Giggity.
I like how the oh god.
So, all right.
On that note, I'm just gonna go cry in a corner.
You know, I'm sad to say that my normal view count is between like 8 and like 20 something views, and then like my highest video is 368 views, and it's a world record.
Yeah, boy.
So-
Well, you just have to beat more world records.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
all
that's
you have
an
to
easy
be the
thing.
best in the world.
every
at something.
Asian in Hollywood
Not that
does.
hard. Just be
blow
the
the
best in the
person
world
over
at
you.
something.
I mean, like,
At a very very obscure yet easily definable thing.
He's got the
Best
best
at a
stutter in the
particular
world.
video game.
I'm actually about to like go for like 2 more world records, and I think they're gonna be a cakewalk.
Well, Mr. World Champ. That's some pretty big talk in there with your mouth at your. Hope you can back that shit up.
I can fucking
Get on
watch
my
me.
level. Get on my level, Scrib.
Scorb. By that time, you're going to be at 2 billion subscribers. I'm going to only make it to 500 around there. So it's gonna take me a long time.
Yeah, you might just want to stick with your computer
about
business.
Sub count. I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is. Today's
Sub
this number.
count.
Today's this number.
Sub count, like, it's cool. Yeah, just your subscribers
Hell
to go
yeah.
up, but like, it doesn't mean shit. Like, you can be the best YouTuber and you only have like 4 subscribers. Realistically,
I'm pretty sure that means you're not a good YouTuber.
Hold on. Realistically, yeah, that isn't the case, but like, you know, you could be like PewDiePie and be the shittiest YouTuber ever and have the most subscribers.
Oof. Shots fired.
PewDiePie, I straight up is just bad. I'm sorry.
Oh wow, all the fire that you speak.
Rag, what do you think of PewDiePie?
Oh, I like his content. I think he's funny. I think he's a funny guy. He seems like he's a really good guy. He's makes some.
I like. You like dissing him, and then your favorite YouTuber just comes in. Oh, I like his content. Oh,
Yeah, I like him. He seems like a really cool guy.
I mean, I've got nothing against the guy.
I mean, like, he just like, I used to like him, and then he just became meh. So,
I think he used to be really bad, and now he's funny.
Anyways, so yeah, that's the thing.
yeah. So, hypothetical question.
Oh shit.
So, if you would have a superpower, any superpower you ever wanted, right now, what would it be and why?
Why? Because it would be awesome, and what it is, I don't know. It'd be cool to fly. I might want to fly. That sounds useful. Cool.
A flying
Fun.
dog that you could be named Crypto after that.
After what?
After Superman's dog, that if he humps your leg, you're in traction for a week.
What if I
Crypto
could
the
give
super dog.
people, like, temporary powers by humping them?
Oh, okay.
That's
that
awesome.
that would be amazing.
Get some sweet. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Like they
Yeah.
only get the powers if you dry hump them, though. You're not allowed to do it.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to do it. Fuck, I'm not.
Good God.
Just shoot down everything you wanted right there.
I'm not giving that up. I'm giving up fucking.
You really can't.
He's
though.
like- He's like, no, you're gonna bend over and then I'll hump your leg and you get powers.
Listen, you're gonna get these powers whether you like them or not. I'm gonna fuck you, and then you could fly for like 13 minutes.
You think that's enough time to go to the abortion clinic? Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get these powers, but you gotta use them to go to CVS and right back.
Glows green like kryptonite.
You know what I just thought about?
No.
I mean, not really.
You can't fucking read minds. So, I mean, anyway, so, I just thought about something. So, there are some girls at my school that watch my videos.
Bullshit.
Well,
I don't watch your videos. Those are not girls at your school.
Who are you trying to kid? Nobody watches your videos.
No one's buying
Like-
that shit. No one's fucking buying that shit.
like girls
Yeah,
that
start small.
don't watch my videos, but like, dude, you know, if anybody ever really wanted to fuck me over, just show them this stream.
You haven't said anything too incriminating.
Yet.
Not
I don't
yet.
know on you though. You seem pretty.
Okay, so back to the superpower thing. I would
Back to
Oh.
dogs. Fucking.
Back to dogs humping links for
not,
powers.
no, it's not dogs. No, you've got to do it to people. Like, I mean,
Whoa. What?
Wait, what?
Why would you give a dog a superpower? If you give the dog the superpower, Fluffy's gonna fly in the air and fall down and break his neck.
I assume that people would have an innate understanding of how to fly.
I mean, if you okay, so you give Fluffy here, the dog, the ability to fly. This idiot's gonna fly 15 foot up in the air whenever the powers wear off. He's falling down and he's snapping his neck.
He's a dog. He's not retarded. That could hurt him. If a dog could fly, it'd be like a bird.
Okay. Birds.
So hang on, you're gonna see your dog smash through your neighbor's window.
Why would you fly through a window? A dog understands the concept of glass. Like dogs aren't retarded. Dogs know what glass is.
I don't think my dog does though.
Well, your dog's special.
It's a Pomeranian, so
your dog failed obedience school.
My dog never went to obedience school.
My
mom
are
argues with my mom.
Really? Because your mom and I, we get along just fine.
You might want to go get tested.
Yeah, tested for awesome. And her vagina.
Oh God.
Where we have made contact sexually with your mother.
Sis, you're a virgin, aren't you?
Not his mom.
Oh my God.
But anyways, superpowers.
Superpowers.
I want to have super girth. Oh wait, I already have that. Never mind.
This is why you make the big bucks. Anyways.
Exactly.
This is why I make the big fucks. That's right.
I quit. I'm done.
Oh my God.
Don't quit.
I'm not trying anymore.
It's over.
Don't quit. Don't quit. Fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's your sex motto, right? Just fake it.
No. I'm quite audible.
Oh God.
And I leave evidence behind. I
See, that's the difference in guys and girls, because a girl knows whenever she made you happy, because there's like evidence of that right there.
Because you can't not. It's like, how do you fuck up fucking? Like for you at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
how do you mess it up? It's like you
difficult.
mess it up for her. It's fine. Whatever is fine. It happens. It's a learning process. It's very easy to learn the basic concepts, but there's a lot that can go into the details.
See, with a woman,
you're all like over 18, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tub isn't, and I'm pretty sure
it's weird. It would be weird.
Tub's
pretty
13.
sure Tub's beat. So.
Oh, fuck off. We're talking about man stuff.
I'm 17.
Talking about
19.
Well, we're gonna have to ask you politely yet firmly while we talk about fucking.
I mean, I've been engaged before, so I'm pretty sure I'm good here.
That doesn't mean fucking anything. It's like, what does that have to do with fucking?
Fucking.
Engaged. It's like, so
you think I'm gonna get engaged if I don't know if I'll be pleased or not?
If you well, no wonder she fucking left you, selfish piece of shit.
Oh my God.
It's like, well, how do I know if I want to marry her? I can't.
Oh my God.
Like I don't want to marry her, and then she pull her pants down, and it'd be like Arby's sandwich or something. You know? Because then I'm stuck.
First off, Arby's is delicious. More delicious than. Well, it's weird to describe. I'm not going to ruin the surprise.
Aww.
Anyways, just skip.
What about this GIF? What about? Wait, how old are you? And you were engaged?
19. I got engaged.
19 and you were engaged? Are you retarded?
I got engaged to my girlfriend of 13 or of 3.
13? You met when you were 6?
No.
Holy shit! What cult did you meet in? This is Agnes. She used to be betrothed to Ezekiel.
But no.
Except he died of influenza.
Stop.
Thank God.
I don't know why.
I mean, can you find out what happened? Can you? Oh.
It's back. But thanks, Rags.
Okay, thank goodness. I'm glad.
Ragdoll was
Anyway,
crying during that short intermission.
That's true. I shed a tear. I often cry after I ejaculate.
It's just
I just bawl. I just curl up into a ball.
he said that his career dipped this low that he's here with us.
I raped her just by looking at her.
Whoa.
Standing in the same elevator.
Wait.
I assaulted her with my eyes. And I cried in the shower.
Silly women, rights are for men.
Women are lucky that men are so generous we gave them rights.
You know.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't argue that you're not.
Like, how are we supposed to say no to that?
The same way you say no to anything else? Just be wrong.
Don't.
Okay.
What was so I hope you learned a valuable lesson about getting engaged when you were 19 and how well that worked.
Yeah, don't marry a bitch.
Why was she a bitch?
And to use birth control.
Was she fluffy?
No. Oh my god,
Fluffy?
stomach.
Like, did she shave? Is that what you're asking? Was she fluffy down below?
No, she
You
was.
called her a bitch, a
I don't
female
mind-
dog.
I
I was
don't- I
making
don't
a female
mind.
dog joke.
Fluff is fine. I don't care.
I mean, she waxed
Nothing
it.
fucking excessive. I don't want fucking Old Testament.
Like, I don't want some BC bush. Tub go away. Not your time to be here.
It's like,
Here's
this is my girlfriend, Husqvarna. Afraid I'd lose my Wookiee.
Like, I wasn't. She showed me a picture, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, like, I don't. You're kind of cunting, anyways.
And I said you better fucking shave that shit. I mean, shaved. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Wait, that's because I changed my input to 1.
Hear you.
Because I felt like it.
Okay, so we're back. It says the stream is good. It says.
Well,
Okay.
let's not go too.
Okay, so maybe YouTube got a little mad at us talking about BC Bush.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I mean, so anybody want to hear a funny story?
Oh, that's why.
Sure. I would love
So,
to.
my aunt, she's really sensitive about animals, and we live on a farm, so sometimes she's got to kill like a
Sensitive
possum.
about animals.
She's sensitive, like she believes that all animals have feelings and have emotions, not the fact that a wild possum just wants to eat your face off and run away.
Possums are kind of cute.
Possums
We have a lot of possums here in Arkansas, and they're
possums are little assholes.
It's a good thing we don't have any up here, I think, maybe.
Possums,
cute-
possums are fine.
They're cute as long as they're acclimated to people. Like Mom used to have some that she'd fry eggs and give to like little baby possums. They were awesome.
Awesome possums.
Awesome possums. But
That's pretty.
anyways, my aunt.
Awesome possums.
Yeah, I mean, so my aunt. So one time she thought she was shooting a raccoon and she shot a cat, and she's bawling her eyes out for like.
That's even better.
She's like bawling her eyes out for days after this. And then I took a picture of it for some reason. I don't know why. I was just in a douchey mood because she had been a bitch to me lately.
I wanted to take a picture.
And I showed her the picture. I showed her the picture of
masturbate
the
to it
cat's
later.
face.
Hashtag dead cat.
No, I showed her the
Hashtag
picture of the
dead
cat's
cat.
face, and I was like, you know what? You could almost tell his last words were "you bitch."
Instagram.
Speaking of Instagram, Tyler, like,
Filled you with an Instagram of
What?
lead.
Don't speak of it. Don't. That was an incident. Do not. Don't.
No one speaks of that day.
That is not to be talked
Whoever
about.
speaks of it will die.
We will not speak of this day.
Tyler.
That has been sealed.
Bro.
Don't. Oh, that was my weekend. Don't.
Okay, so anyway, so superpowers. You can tell. How about you, man?
I never even got to tell what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah. You want to give your answer?
It's like McDonald's. You just get kicked to the end of the line for no reason.
I used to work at McDonald's.
So did I. I hated it.
It was really great. Sometimes we would make fun of him for it a lot. 'cause
Yeah.
because
it's
it's so
funny.
dumb. But so superpowers, I would pick telepathy.
You'd pick what?
Telepathy, being able to read minds. Because I want to know if somebody's going to pull a gun on me or not.
Plus,
You
could,
live
like,
in the constant state of fear that you want to know preemptively if anyone is going to pull a gun on you. Where the hell do you live?
I've
Well, no,
lived a horrible life.
Fucking Baghdad?
you could read. Oh my God.
Like, do you live on like a Counter-Strike Go map?
No, no. But my
Okay, dude,
dad,
that's
I
too
just
easy.
get this feeling like you can't trust the people.
but my dad is ex special forces and wants me
It's like
dead. So.
I swear half the people in this neighborhood
So,
are
like,
terrorists.
yo, like with like telepathy, you could like actually tell if a girl wants to fuck you.
I mean,
That
And
would
what if
be
someone
useful.
planted a bomb or was
That
about
part
to
would
shoot
be
up the
really
school?
Except now, I mean, I used to think like that. Now I tell the girl she wants.
God damn.
It's like, hey, I think you want to fuck me.
Am I
how's that-
wrong?
How's that been working for you?
Oh, I don't really do that. That was just me trying to humor.
Trying to human.
I have a healthy social life.
Obviously.
It doesn't count if it's with yourself.
Well, yeah, that would just be me.
I mean,
It's just me, myself, and I.
okay, no.
Myself and other people.
Myself and others.
Most people. Most people aren't me, actually. Now that I think about it. Like
Wow.
statistically.
If you think about it,
Abstract
I'm
thought.
very special. Like I'm the
No,
only
people-
person.
All
that's
the
me.
people in the world are either me or they're not me. And most of them are not me.
Yeah, I mean.
And
I would assume
most things
so.
happen. You ever just like stop and think like most things that happened before I was alive. Almost
Yeah.
all of the things that happened way before I was around.
Most of the things
Like,
that are
how
going
did
to
they
happen
get
are going to
along
happen after you're dead.
Like they did all that shit, and no one was like, "Where's Rags?"
Damn.
It's like, Greg's, where you at, bro? I'm in my mama.
You know who wasn't around for all of those things in history either?
What? Who?
God.
Ah. Ah.
Shit.
Okay, I'll be right back. I've got to
So, Tub.
go into bathroom. Be right back.
Alright. So, Tub, your superpower and why? Okay, thank you, Tub.
I would like to have the superpower of all of the superpowers. You know.
I want to be super rich, like Batman. That's his superpower.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
that
all
is
you
a
need to
superpower.
like if you have the superpower of all of the superpowers,
I wanna be a super
then
orphan.
technically you're a god.
What the fuck is a super orphan?
Batman,
Oh.
Superman.
Oh my god. Super orphan. Oh my god,
He's
that's
a super
great.
orphan. Like the less of a species there is, the more strong they get because all that power is condensed into one. No, it's power.
It sounds like
It's
a Dragon Ball
condensed into
Super
psyche,
plot
so they
point.
beat up things.
But if I had to choose a superpower, I would honestly be able to travel time.
No, that's too much shit to worry about. I don't know if I'd wind up making copies of myself, and I don't know. I don't want to open that can of worms. I don't want to open that can of fucking worms. There's no way. I want time
Yeah,
travel.
like you could only
Shit
deal with
all
one
over
rags.
everything. Assuming that I wouldn't create copies of myself, then sure.
Yeah, like
With certain caveats built into it, yeah, time travel, sure.
like I honestly use it to basically be immortal. So basically, like
I'd
go
go
like,
back and I'd fuck myself.
I go like
So
back in,
goddamn hard because I'd know exactly how hard I like it and how much I could take. God damn, I would give myself a ride.
So like
That would be the best fuck I ever had.
I would go back in time and like whenever I was about to die, I go back in time and like think of my younger self and tell him to time travel to this point. You see, replace me and make sure I don't die. So basically, I
Go back in time to stop you from. It's like I'm gonna have a podcast with Rags.
If you replace yourself in the past, that's kind of dumb because then you're just gonna die sooner.
How?
You're like, I use like another me to live my life in the future, still, so I never have to technically die.
Right,
No,
so
I was
it's
talking about like if
important.
like your old self went to the past and then replaced your past self.
Back in my day. Oh, wait a minute. I am back in my day.
Why would you die sooner?
Because
You're already old.
Depends on how far back you went, and it depends
How
on
fat-
what you did. Like you could do something that could extend your life.
yeah, I could.
Yeah,
I could like,
good, but,
I could like, you could go to the
like,
future
imagine
and
that in
figure out
reverse.
immortality, and then live forever.
Also, fucking yourself. If you went back in time and fucked yourself, it would not be masturbation.
Yes, it would.
Wait,
No, it would not.
really? Wait,
No.
hold up. So like,
It would not be.
You know what? You just screwed Stoney
Whoa.
all up.
wait a minute now.
Yeah. Ask your questions.
This, fucking yourself with masturbation. It's you pleasing
not.
you.
No, it's not.
How is it not you pleasing you?
Because you two are different. You're different
How?
people.
I mean, technically.
You know how you know you haven't done it before? Because you don't remember.
No, it's a matter of if you go back in time, what you used to be. First off, you would have different experiences. You would only be the same person for just an instantaneous moment.
What if you?
No, you
Yeah.
wouldn't even be the same when you went back.
It's like
The old you wouldn't have the
back in
memories
time,
you have.
like 1 minute before you went in
Your
the future.
experiences would be different. You'd be different people. You would have you've already diverged. That
That's a
wouldn't be
trippy
you.
concept. That's trippy.
Like it would look like you, sound like you, talk like you.
I feel like
It wouldn't
you-
even necessarily think like you because it acts and thinks based on a different set of experiences and memories than what you have.
I think I don't. I would only have like one moment I'd ever go back to, and I enjoy that fucking moment for the rest of my life.
I'd go back to whenever my brother was driving down the stairs and record it.
First time I got some puss.
But yeah, there you go.
Then just fucking nail it.
You get it right the first time.
Oh,
Go
I got
back.
it right the first time. It was
I'd go back. I'd go back to the 70s before AIDS.
like I watched enough porn. I know how shit goes down.
Good shit.
I mean,
I stopped my own birth.
Why?
we all.
Okay.
What's the point of existing?
Hey, that's up to you, man. If you don't find a point in existing, that's your.
It's the point of existing is existing.
My point in existing is to get under Stoney's skin 24/7, and I'm
Is
pretty
there
sure.
a video of a person deep throating an ostrich egg?
Foreskin.
Did somebody
I
just?
wonder if there's like an
Nice.
alternate universe, right?
Yeah.
Foreskin.
I actually really question that.
We're
you
just an
know-
alternate universe where like Rags is
Sorry, I
actually the
drank.
Leafy of that universe.
I drink. I wonder what a foreskin feels like.
Is there a universe where I'm not black and a minority, or if I'm black and just not a minority, I'm like the white
Whites are a
supremacist?
minority, like globally, so it's all about
Yeah.
scale. It's all about scale. Blacks are a majority in Wakanda.
I show you the way.
You should go to Wakanda. He can show you the way. He can show you the way.
Dead memes, everybody. Dead memes.
Dead
never
memes, yeah.
die.
Memes don't die; they just respawn.
Memes never die.
It's like the Doge meme. Like either that hasn't died yet.
That will never
Yeah,
die.
Can you believe how some people try to keep that meme alive? The fuck is up with them?
I can't think of anybody else right now that I'm talking to at
Yeah.
all.
Oh well.
Definitely not a
Probably a
YouTuber.
sad man out there who does things like. Actually, you know, when I was just putting the shit together, I didn't even think about the meme. I honestly did not even think about the meme. I was like,
Really?
hey, I like Shiba Inus. They're cool. they're cool dogs. I like dogs. Dogs are cool, and we'll give them some little glasses because like deal with it. You know, like I
Yeah.
might have some controversial shit to say. You know, be like, yeah, deal with it. And then it's like, that's a meme. I was like, oh,
Oh, whoops.
You're like, oh, that's gay.
You like?
I was like, it's fine. It's like, we'll work with the meme, guys. We'll make it work.
I thought your entire like idea behind the logo was just the meme. Like your avatar was just the meme.
Nah,
Wow.
I know, it was crazy.
His entire life has been a lie now. He's just gonna go shoot a school. You know what?
I'm
you
a
know
good
what?
shot.
You know what you should actually do? You should
Graduation day,
actually
go
do?
to school with an assault rifle.
you should go to school in a black trench coat and have like 3 different Bluetooth speakers all hooked up to one phone.
And just like read up my favorite Bible verses. It's
No,
like, hey,
just
did
play
you know it's
pumped-
cool to love
Play
Jesus?
pumped up kicks on full volume.
Also,
Oh,
did you know
yeah,
the
we could-
Bible does not condemn slavery? It's just like we just
Oh my
we just back
god.
and forth like that. Let's talk
Food
about
for
the
thought.
Beatitudes, mother.
No, just in the middle of the
Getting-
lunchroom,
we're
just
getting
start
all
screaming out like
over
random
this.
Snapple facts. Like just in the middle of lunch, just scream kangaroos can't jump backwards.
You should make yourself look like a school shooter wearing a trench coat, and then when people ask you, open up your coat, and it's just full of candy.
It's all Bibles.
You're naked.
Knowledge.
Yeah, fuck it.
Just
You're
open
like,
it up.
you
I'm
know,
gonna shoot you full of
Wigan
God's
berries.
love.
fun fact. My school's been threatened to be shot up like 8 times
Mine was.
Mine was,
They know
like,
you go
I
there.
think once or twice.
because it's the only good school and all my friends who go there.
See, again, with it's a scale thing. It's not the only good school. It's the only school you like.
Yeah, like it's better than all the other schools here. So I mean,
All the other schools with their
all the other schools with their pumped up, with their kicked up bucks.
that was bad.
Stop.
Yeah. Can we get on to another subject?
Yeah, sure.
So Rags, what possessed you to come talk to us?
Oh, he just sent me a message on the Discord and it's like, hi, and I was like, hi. And then he's like, I'm doing a podcast, you want to come on? I'm like, yeah. I don't know how
Absolutely.
exciting you thought that story would be, but
I mean, you know.
yeah, I mean, there you
I was
go.
actually wondering you're thinking because he screenshotted the conversation and sent it to me.
He's like, I wanted to
okay,
make
so
sure there's
now
proof.
I know my private DMs. People send those out. That's cool. I thought that was okay. That's cool.
You know, 'cause I didn't know if Tyler would actually believe me.
Like, no, I believed him. Like, I believed you fully, Stoney. I just wanted to know your thinking. Like, what was your thinking behind it? Were you like, I've got nothing else going on? It's, you know.
Get down on it. Get down on it.
It's so fucking random.
I'm sorry. I'm. That's fine. It's all good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's
A
fine.
little bit of random's always good.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's good. We're good. We're magical as well.
Don't worry about the AK and the Bible.
Not
My
even
coat.
Sunday yet.
It's Sunday here for me. Because it's midnight.
It's not midnight. Oh, yes, it is midnight for you. And, oh my god.
It's Sunday. We should all pray. We should all have a prayer service on the live
I will
stream.
smack you. Yes, pray to the thing we don't believe in.
What are we talking about now? Because I just got back
So-
from things.
I kind of want to know, Tub, why the Pepe? Like, please, just why Pepe?
Because he's an alt-right racist.
No.
That's the
Damn.
only possible reason anybody would ever use that frog, that racist frog.
The green represents my freedom.
Seriously, why the Pepe though?
You know, the only time I've ever
I
actually
don't
seen
know.
that frog
I-
in anything
okay.
is he's sticking a fork into the light socket.
White, as many people know, I have no reason for what I do. I just do it. So,
Is there fresh spawn
Like-
in your house?
what do you mean?
What did you
I'm
think of
pretty
it?
sure. I'm pretty sure you mean exactly what he just said.
Is there fresh spawn in your house?
Is there a fucking fresh spawn?
Now I can keep my thing off of push to talk because there isn't 1,000 stuff playing in the background.
Push to I'm so lost on that sentence.
Did this poor child just say push to Spock?
No, push to talk.
Push. You push to Spock. This is it. This is illogical.
You just slam that button. Peace and long life. Live long and prosper.
Jesus.
What's this? Illogical.
That's awesome. It's
Let's see. Let's do the boop boop boom. You have always been and will always be my friend. Oh, I'm getting all teary-eyed.
It took me about like 2 hours to get really
I'm
involved.
telling
in
you,
this
man,
stream.
of all the souls that I've encountered in my travels, his was the most human.
The Undertale fandom.
No.
Yeah, the Undertale fandom.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's a
no.
cancer.
I refuse. No, I'm not. No.
People are always trying to get under this tail. What? Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure that's actually a
Oh, shit.
porn thing.
Don't enable me. Fuck.
He said, "Don't enable me."
You fucking piece of shit friends you are. You're letting me go to hell in a handbasket.
Like,
It's
I mean,
I don't
fine.
believe in handbaskets. It's fine.
he said, "I don't believe in your basket."
So you believe in hell now? What made the change?
I do. I. Nothing does. It doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't though.
Like,
Mom,
Actually,
explain.
like, shut the fresh spawn again. Listen,
Fresh
listen,
spawn?
baby, listen. Heaven doesn't make sense because if heaven is perfect and you're supposed to be perfect in heaven, and you're supposed to be eternally happy, then you'll know that the people that you knew on Earth will be in hell, and you'll know that, and that can't possibly be something that you're happy with. You'd be very, very sad.
That means that everybody goes
And
to
so
hell.
the
That
thing,
depends on the kind of
thing
friends
that
you have.
becomes you in heaven isn't really you. It's this contorted, twisted version of you.
Wait, no. If everybody goes to hell, right? Doesn't that mean that like Satan could be like, I'm just gonna make this heaven, and there you go. They can like make them have a good time.
Well, no, it's just like it doesn't make any sense. None of it. It just doesn't fucking make.
Okay,
any
so wait, is hell for sadist what Hayden for heaven is for Christians?
No, everyone named Hayden goes straight to hell. That's how it works. If you're named Hayden, then your parents hate you. You're going to hell. You're going to Hayden hell.
I actually know a girl named
It's
Hayden.
not as bad. It's not as bad as like the safe bet. It's like mildly uncomfortable perpetually. But it's not too bad. So it's kind of it's a win. It's not all bad.
I
It's
wonder
like
if
playing
people
on a
that like
football
Hayden's-
table, but like 3 of the pieces are broken. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I
damn.
It's like, yeah, we can make this work, but you know, this is not optimal.
Let's play Uno, but like with 3/4 of the card missing.
Yeah, it's like playing Uno, but with like a deck of cards,
That's hell.
which you could make work because you're like the Jack is draw 2, and the Queen is draw 4, and the King is skip, and then the Ace is reverse, and then you just use instead of 4 colors, you use the 4 suits. This analogy is really shit, actually.
You
'Cause can
you
do
heard it
this.
here,
Yeah.
folks. A guide to making a deck of cards. Uno by Rags. You heard it here first.
Oh,
Damn.
I think this would be an amazing group for us to just play Cards Against Humanity one day.
Oh god.
I'll pass on that.
eh.
You're not a fan of cards?
I'm sick of being against humanity. I want cards for humanity.
I can't.
I want cards so I can
Is like
there
like,
anything
my
good to say?
grandmother is so wonderful. She made a beautiful blank, and everyone has like cake, Pop Tarts, muffins, apple
Baby.
pie, and you have to choose the most sweetest answer that you possibly can. It's called
Yeah,
Cards
Tub would
for
fail that because
Humanity.
he would just pick the black people.
Cards in Assistance of Humanity is what it's called, the long form version. And like, oh,
It's
apple
the
pie
police.
wings. Isn't that sweet?
You know,
Grandma
the sad
made
thing
apple
is that
pie.
it probably exists like somewhere.
Then grandma died of cancer. It's like, okay. she made a mean ass apple pie. That apple pie gave me AIDS.
Ooh.
If there was a cards for humanity, that's the end of humanity. Because there's nothing to say good about us, especially with Donald Trump.
I love praising Jesus, and my favorite church is located in blank, and it's like Tuscaloosa,
in the basement.
Hell.
St. Louis, or Sydney,
Hell.
or London. You know,
My favorite
yeah,
church is
these
located in
innocuous
hell.
answers. Like, yeah, I want to go to church in Tuscaloosa. That's right. They're right by Chattanooga. They have a choo-choo train there. Perhaps you've heard of the Chattanooga choo-choo.
Question.
Chattanooga actually has a really cool aquarium.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
I've got a question for you guys.
No.
The answer, no matter what it is, even if it's not even a yes or no answer, no. Jesus is so
Jesus.
I wonder if Mary was hot.
Yeah. Wait. I mean, maybe.
I wasn't expecting that out of left field.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Steve.
Is that? Can you believe it?
Oh
Can
my
you believe
God.
that one Jewish girl fib and like look where that led us? Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, like.
Like,
you
oh
know?
my God, Mary, look what you fucking did.
Jesus.
It's you. Oh my God, what have you done?
We
Like,
left you alone for
accidentally
5
started
seconds.
the world's largest religion. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. It's like I didn't mean to.
It just happened.
Shit happened.
It's like
Knocked off my
imagine
card.
explaining that shit. It's like you're pregnant, Mary. What happened? It's like God. And you're like, oh my God, it's a miracle. And really,
What if
the
it wa-
dumbest people are Mary's parents who just like fucking bought it. They're like, oh okay.
Yeah, it was God. He just wasn't trying.
There was no way her parents
What if
bought
it
it.
was?
They're just like, okay, well, never mind.
What if it wasn't just a guy named God that knocked Mary up and.
Well, I guess
Like,
I wouldn't know
he
because Joseph was gonna divorce her, but then an angel or something went to Joseph and
An
was like,
angel or
no, like God fucked her, but you need to, like, you're such a fucking cuck, Joseph, you pathetic piece of shit. She's gonna be like your wife and everything.
Oh my God.
Like, can I fuck my wife? He's like, no, you can't fuck your wife. That's Mary. She's a virgin.
I did it.
And her pussy's gonna get wrecked by this baby.
She's loose as shit.
A pregnancy, but
Instead
instead
of
of
like
the
imagine
vaccine,
lewd
helping.
angel conversations.
You know,
That would be the best way for that to possibly go down, though.
Oh,
I
I'm out of it, man.
I want Regs. I want you to write your version of the Bible.
Oh, it would be fucking completely different. Like basically every and it'd only be like 1 page. It wouldn't have all that slavery and stoning and genocide and
Speaking
rape
of
and all that. It
slavery,
wouldn't- I'd leave all that out. That seems a little bit too much. A little bit weird. All of it would just be different. I was like, actually, guys, you know, a bunch of billions of years ago, actually, it would start with "I don't exist." End of chapter 1. End of the chapter. But I guess if I was God, I would do fucking everything differently. This is the most incompetent, all-powerful, all-knowing thing that I could imagine. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What a terrible. You suck. None of this makes any sense, and it's so convoluted and fucked up. It's like, oh shit, I need to forgive humanity. Bam, they're forgiven. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Not,
really.
I'm gonna make a son of myself and then sacrifice him to myself, so that he could die and then spend
Be
a
with
day
him.
and a half dead, and then he gets to be a god with me, who is also myself, with him, who is me. Also, this is all running off of rules that I created completely arbitrarily for whatever reason.
I specifically care about this group of people on this planet. By the
I'd
way,
be like, yeah, like I decided that one day I was just gonna, like, I wanted people and everything, so I made this big bang. I made all the universal
Wait.
matter just expand instantaneously. It's really cool.
I got-
Should have been there, guys. And the Earth's like 4.5 billion years old. None of this.
I'm pretty
6,000
sure,
years nonsense.
What if, like, you know, our universe is like a science project for God, and he's at like a science fair?
like a science
Like,
fair.
yeah, like a
Uh,
science fair.
Yeah, we get like a D-.
Yeah, yeah, we would.
Like
Are you
other
created
people.
humans? Oh, how cute.
Also, like another thing is, it's like If there was a god, why do they specifically care about us on our own planet out of the entire universe?
Because we're special.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Because the Jews were here, and they're his chosen people. The people he chose to be his chosen people. For some reason, he didn't choose everybody at once, which is weird. He specifically chose a bunch of Bronze Age nomadic goat herders who were slaves and shit, and no one liked them. And they were as crazy as everyone else around him. He's like, yeah, you're my chosen people. It's like, wow, that's a bold pick, God. That is a bold pick. Let's see how that works out.
Jesus.
And I mean, the Jews win a lot of Nobel Prizes, so that's fair enough.
I mean, you got Anne Frank. That was the thing.
He's like, this is a really convoluted way to go about this, God. It's like, kid, couldn't you just tell everyone that you're here? It's like, no, too fucking.
Nah, man, nah.
Yeah, they'll be
I can't
great
just-
in
I can't
nuclear
I
warfare.
can't give them evidence that I exist. That'd be too fucking easy.
So,
What if
They can
God
find
comes
me.
back and he's a midget?
The most intense game of
Fine,
hide
I
and
don't
seek
care.
ever.
If he's got the midget, it's fine.
Stars.
I'd ask why he's so. I'd ask like, oh, you're short-sighted as well, huh?
so
Mm.
I've got an actual topic to talk about here. I just like thought of it recently, but
Dude, you think we actually want to talk about
2
things?
hours ago.
Dude,
No, this is.
you think
this
we
is
want to
like-
talk about things in this podcast where we're supposed to talk about things? How dare you?
oh,
The
I'm sorry.
topics you
This is
lined
less
out were
podcast, more
thoughts
conversation.
about the world, memes, events that
I know.
happened to us.
Great list.
It was a
Slight
top
card or
fucking
word
list.
Yeah, no, but that was from yesterday, but we didn't like choose most of those, and then you
It's a
decided to
slight
copy
game.
and paste it again.
Yep.
It's not even a fucking real game. It's a slight game.
So like,
It can't be a real one.
It's a little bit of a game, but not too much, but a little bit. It's
I got a topic. So you know how like, the universe is constantly expanding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Would Brontosauruses exist again?
theoretically, if you went to where the universe was expanding, and
Which
you
is
went
all the
out
universe. Oh, outside the universe? Okay.
of it, you see, the universe is infinitely expanding. So if you manage to outspeed the universe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do you think is out there? Like blackness or?
There's a theory where there's literally nothing there.
I don't know. I don't know what's outside the universe. It's
Because-
expanded, but I don't know what's on the rim. I don't
It's
know. I
God.
just-
Yeah. The only way how you how we reach
Getting
God.
further away from us every day.
Yep.
Every day he gets light years further away from us. He's like, fuck this shit.
I don't know.
I created a mistake.
Whoops.
That's what you said whenever you were made.
It's like a what's it called? Like an accidental pregnancy.
He's like, what's happening? And he
Leave him with a
goes,
dumpster.
shit, the Jewish girl did what? She said what? Fuck.
Damn
I told
it.
you not to tell. I told Mary. I told you not to tell, and you did. You did. I told you not to tell, and you did. Fuck.
It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna make the hallway just because of this. This is your fault. This is your fault, Mary. This is on you.
Oh my god.
Millions of people are gonna die because of you.
But don't you care about people? And God's like,
No.
I lost faith in these people, and soon they'll not lose faith in
Of
me.
course I don't fucking give a shit about you. I told you to go slaughter the Midianites like 12 minutes ago.
It's like, no, of course not.
Opening my window. It's hot as fuck.
If feminists have their way, soon they're gonna be like the Amazonians, and then they're gonna have nothing there, and then
Fucking
they're all gonna die
Futurama.
out. Technically, if feminists have their way, men wouldn't exist, and then they'd also die out because there would be no children being made.
Well, you about ready to wrap this up?
This is why I don't talk to you,
Yeah.
Was that subtle enough? Was it too obvious, or should I have toned it down a bit?
Dude,
No,
honestly,
no.
you're fun. It's
It's
like 1 a.m. It's 12
yeah,
for
it is.
Tyler.
It's midnight 01
Midnight 01.
o'clock. Midnight 01 o'clock.
I got
Wow.
I got midnight 02.
It's already tomorrow.
Yeah, man. So,
I got a lot of stuff to do today.
so
Gonna
yeah,
sleep
guys.
off all this.
uh,
It's in my face. It's my eye.
This has been the Sciencecast, episode 2. Well, not episode 2,
We
stream
didn't
2.
talk about science at all. What the?
Well,
Why you sound so preoccupied?
I tried to talk about the fucking universe, but nobody wants to talk about the fucking universe.
At the very end, like 99.6% of the way done. Also, science. Bye.
You guys went on a tangent about religion for like fucking an hour.
That's the opposite of science.
Exactly.
That's where we give up about science and we think that anything
Welcome
is
to the
possible.
Sciencecast. We're going to talk about religion.
We're gonna talk about magic. Let's go be Harry Potter for a day.
And on the 6th day or whatever the fuck ever, God made dandelions. Then there were Jews.
Alright, so anyway.
And then there were Jews.
Then everyone got saved except the ones who didn't. And Hitler went to hell.
Anyway, guys,
unless he didn't. Maybe he's in heaven. Maybe
let's wrap
Hitler's
this
in
up.
heaven.
I'm the
He had a
Stony
death bunker
Scientist.
conversion.
Thank you for Dub for joining me. T-Star, and especially you, Rags. Thank you for joining us
especially
today.
me. Yeah. Yeah, you hear that, suckers? Especially Rags. Fuck y'all.
Check out everyone's.
I get that a lot because I'm black.
Check out my channel for more stuff like this. Dub's channel for future videos. And Rags' channel if you want to fucking get cancer. Anyway.
Get some fucking cancer, come to www.youtube.com/C's/
Lemon party
/big ass.
Anyway, guys, this has been fun.
This has been something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely a thing.
Good night, everybody.